Hello and welcome to Holding Action.
Are you quacking now? Is that...
Yep.
Okay.
That seems like a thing. The show where the chaos in combat is controlled by the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you to everybody who is currently hanging out and joining us. We are set for another fun and interesting evening, though the events of last episode surely linger on the mind of our players tonight. That being said, before we dive into the crazy action, let us catch up on last episode of Holding Action. I don't know, are you doing the thing? Because we need to figure out a plan on whether or not I can...
I'm just excited.
All right.
I am...
So we're going to do this from now on. Ready? Wayne's World. Okay, we nailed it. So, last time on Holding Action, the group had made good their descent into the very bowels of the Underdark, battled a number of grisly creatures, bested a very powerful lich with some beholder pets, and in the process eventually gained access to what appeared to be something of an isolated plane that was later revealed to possibly house the fifth and final pillar of heaven that they were in search of. However, the pillar itself was not easy to be retrieved, as the legend of Veer and Grable, two brothers that made a similar pact as previous enemies before, had now become cursed and were defending the artifact. The group still carried onward through the use of spilt royal blood to be more specific, opened a portal as part of a large stone carving of a throne surrounded by the two symbolic statues of Veer and Grable themselves, and entered into what would be the anchor gate to attempt and retrieve their fifth and final pillar. The fight raged on. The war continued, and ultimately, it seems as if for the most part, all of our adventurers made it out unscathed. However,
you boys escaped.
The fight was set upon the backdrop of both nerves and anxiety from events just previous that day, wherein Letus, the group's companion NPC, thought that once he had found out that he now may be royal blood as well, it may be of a good idea to protect the realm in the event of his possible death, given the dangers that the party was facing. To take such measures, he proposed to Skadi, someone who has proven a fair and noble leader of the party thus far, and someone who, of course, could lead Esterlin to a future peace. But it seems as if that was not all the evening had in store for Skadi.
Morning. It was the morning. It's right when I woke up.
Correct.
Didn't even have coffee yet.
Yeah. And Walker, now the last remaining heir to the throne in the Gloryfell, especially after the group's resurrection of sorts of the overall feel and original grandeur that the Gloryfell once held, was concerned about the future of his people as well. He had thought Skadi would also be a fair and just ruler. Indeed. And proposed as well. So, with two proposals lingering on the back of her mind, the group carried on in the fight.
Yeah.
Eventually besting Veer, one of the two brothers, in dramatic fashion, while Grable was largely incapacitated due to their magical abilities. However, it seems as if Grable was able to recover from his arcane entrapment and was ready to beset the fury and anger upon the group for his brother's murder. But before he could fully come to, the group, namely Sproigins, using the Pillar of Rebirth, and Walker, casting a similar spell, attempted to remove or suppress the curse. In some attempt to, I guess we'll find out actually, I don't know. But with that being the case, Sproigins, the ring aglow on your hand, reaching out, grabbing Grable's massive form compared to yours, and Walker at a reasonable distance but still nearby, casting the powerful remove curse spell to the best of your ability. I'll start with
level.
Hara and Skadi, and you can tell me what happens next.
Fourth. Where am I again?
Nothing has been moved whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you are still on the tail end of this plateau. Walker would be casting a spell, and you two would be flanking him.
Also, let it be known, I changed my shape to look like Veer's
Correct. Yes, thank you.
original form.
Yeah.
So Sproigins, the changeling, is now currently representing...
Oh, no, I have to be touching him. So
so you dashed in?
Yeah.
All right.
I will
I thought you said that, actually. No.
move up and be in the air.
Okay.
Just
Boom.
making sure nothing crazy is going on, and also keeping an eye on the Veer corpse over there to see if any change happens.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna be like,
You can actually put the Letus mini out there that we got now, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And then what are you doing?
how close do I think everyone
Just
is to
Tina.
me? Yeah, I'm just teening.
I'll give you everybody but Letus in 30 feet.
What about 60?
Everybody?
I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that and let everybody know what they can take. And then we will cut directly to the reaction as everybody has now positioned themselves. The brief moment in between the chaos of battle and the royal of what comes next. Sproigins reaching out. Walker directly at his side, sort of embracing the form of Grable to the best of their ability. Massive creature now kind of clambering to his feet. And you actually see the arcane energy pushed and repelled from you as you continue to try and force and inject your arcane light into his sort of grotesque and powerful form. I'm going to have both of you make a wisdom check.
All right. Dice roll, what's up?
17, everyone.
Yay!
21 for me.
Okay.
Don't even bother with me.
Don't even bother. Ooh, not great.
Natural
Okay.
2. So that's a... that's a 5.
Woo!
17?
Yeah. 17. Also, are they within 60 feet of each other is what I should say.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. So that's a natural 1. And as you both reach out, the repulsion, the internal necroses fighting back against the arcane magic, you see that the hair and the grisly beast-like form begins to dissipate and draw back like the changing of a werewolf. His form shrinking slightly, but letting out this cry of agony as you see the tusks almost force themselves down into the mouth. The form kind of becoming taut on itself and stretch marks appearing as the form transitions back to a more humanoid-like shape. Screaming. You see this look of fear and torture wipe across him, and both of you sitting there looking directly at him. I'm going to have you make a charisma check. I'm going to have you make it at advantage.
Perfect.
And you'll be able to use your actor feat here.
Which is... Oh, I get the...
+2 bonus.
Yeah. So it's just adding my +5?
Yep.
24.
I don't know when I get a reaction.
The pain sort of subsides. If you have an action to take, you can definitely take that.
Yeah, I wanna take my necklace off, throw it around him while I'm casting Remove Curse again at 4th level.
The necklace?
Yeah.
Oh, you're okay.
So the regeneration.
Can I help at all?
That's a band.
Oh.
Can I cast Calm Emotions on him?
Sure. Yeah.
Just to help him not feel so afraid.
So,
Yeah.
Morden's cube.
Okay. So, as you quickly drape the necklace across, the pain seems mixed with confusion and anger and aggression. And now he stands only about 7 feet tall, maybe just shy, but still plenty taller than both of you. His form still extremely wide, still extremely strong and powerful looking, though the skin now falls to a more flesh-like tone. The right portion of his arm remains grizzled and covered with hair and somewhat distorted and stretched. One of his legs, you still see this massive sort of bushel of hair draping down the way you would in his more boar-like demonic form. Brother. What's happening?
Does he look like he's still changing, or does he look like it's done?
It seems as if it is settled to a certain extent.
I will drop my... Go back to... I'll drop to my form.
Okay.
Instead of Veer's. We've tried to remove the curse.
So as soon as you change back, he sort of withdrawals and lashes and
Stop.
he has this one still massive claw on his right hand and kind of a humanoid hand that he confusedly sort of curls into a fist.
Please stop. We've attempted...
Where's Veer?
Veer's over here. I'm gonna try to help him next. We try to remove the curse.
Veer! Where's my brother?
Your brother lies over there. I'm gonna go over there and try to bring him back as well.
We're trying to save you, friend.
We're here for you. We're also guardians of the line. Does that still make sense to you?
Seems very confused on the precipice of anger and rage, only seemingly holding himself back at the prospect of a few unknown variables still ticking through his head.
You've been in the...
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Disadvantage, I'm gonna say.
Did he pass the
fine.
charisma saving throw?
He did.
19.
I would see that it failed, right?
He would still seem decidedly agitated for sure.
I would like to cast it again.
All right, you can try in a moment.
We're not here for you or for your brother. We're here for the item that you hold.
Help him!
Okay, I will.
And he kind of takes a couple steps back and almost puts the big claw directly in front of his face. Still seemingly ready to fight, but hoping to grant you the allowance for his brother.
All right, I'll dimension door over to Veer.
Okay. Who's missing a head?
Correct.
Do you need that?
No.
Hara's genuinely asking. Do you need that?
No.
I'd like to, while he's sitting in front of me right there,
Okay.
you could come help. Sometimes the bond of loved ones helps. We're trying to help you.
If you'll help me, you'll give me back the only loved one I have left.
That's what we're going to try and do.
I'll put my hand on him. You guys coming?
Does he have wings anymore?
No.
But he's still huge, right?
I mean, he's a huge man.
Was he just huge to begin with?
Yeah, he's pretty thunderous. His brother was never to that extent. No.
Yeah, I couldn't remember from the... Jones couldn't remember from the visions.
Yeah.
I'd like to try calm emotions again.
Okay. Natural one again. So we are off to a super great start for the DM dice tonight.
I mean, we want your dice to not be good in this situation. Well, you know, and
I mean, ace.
I should still be Negrined up.
Yeah.
So I want to fly down to him, and I can take you to him. I'll fly you over there. We can help bring him back.
You'll maintain your distance. Where is he? Where's my brother?
he's over here.
I'll just point. I'm gonna start heading that way too, because I'm gonna
And you see him
maybe
now
have to.
begin to take off, and he's darting, running across, and tries to immediately leap the chasm.
Oh, please don't roll a 1 on this one.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
It's like a 25.
Oh shit! You got that grade 8 jump.
Yeah, so he jumps.
What have you done?
Just come and put your hand on your brother. You can figure out what curse you brought upon yourselves afterwards.
Fix him!
I will come and touch your brother.
He kind of steps over the body, puts his more humanoid hand on Veer's chest, and then snatches you up by the clawed hand.
Your very life depends on your success, magic man.
So does yours. Let me go.
Do it.
Walker,
Yeah,
can all you guys come over here?
I've already. Yeah.
Okay.
I've fallen
Okay.
over.
So the group reconnoiters around the headless
Somebody
corpse.
almost lost a hand.
Okay.
How are you gonna get
Yeah, I'll do the little hop thing that I tried before.
Or I'll come over and I can carry her.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your athletics check.
I want to
over?
princess
No, this
carry
is fine.
you.
I don't
This is
know
fine.
where I got him, but I'm gonna walk up to him and grab my necklace
Do I need
back and
2 or
say,
1?
I'll need this.
Okay.
2 or 1?
Checks.
Just one.
23.
Okay, I'll say you're out of combat, so you're able to focus on the mechanics a little more readily. All right, so all of you eventually find yourself sort of surrounding the body of Veer. What do you want to do?
Okay, I have 1 chance at this. Okay, Grable? Guardian of the line?
Do it.
Do we need any information to help pull him back?
Bring him back.
I don't think so, but everybody, the information that you all know, now Grable, this falls on you more than any of us. I want you to remember your brother in the state that he was before you guys were changed.
Before he had to follow that king.
And before you had to take on the curse to bring him back.
And you see sort of the weirdly patchy hair on his face begin to sort of soak up as a very large collection of tears rolls down one side.
Bring him back to
Okay, I will, but I want to restate one more time. I have 1 chance at this. We've already attempted to remove the curse that you brought upon yourself by making the deal that you did. If this does not work, we take no blame in this, and we do not want to bring you down. Okay?
We both have 1 shot then, magic man.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to use the Pillar of Rebirth, the True Resurrection.
Okay, roll your check.
All right. Maybe 1 shot.
It is
Should we be saying anything?
1 through 5.
Doesn't work. Doesn't matter.
1 through 5
Destroys it for the...
It destroys the ability completely.
15 through 20 is all I need. Everything else is... Well, 1 through 5 breaks it. 15 through 20 works. Everything else, it doesn't work, but it doesn't
No luck,
break.
right?
Nothing works. Nothing else. You can give me all the shit you want. It doesn't mean anything.
But you can't luck the roll, even
No.
if you had it.
Don't
guidance.
need to. 15.
You just tossed me over there. That's fine.
So, as your collective
Holy shit.
swarms around the body, you see the ring now begin to illuminate and glow and pulse. And this halo-like effect almost begins to completely comb up and down his body as these arcane pulsars begin streaming around him like rings. And as they do, you almost see hair fly. The portions of his more animal-like form are broken off as you see a piece of hoof go flying. As the rings continue to wash across violently, it almost appears like for a moment he's being shaved away to nothingness until you see the hair begin to fall out, almost like the form dies. The body sort of lurches for a brief moment, the head sort of spilling out small bits of innard and balanced blood that remain pooled in the neck portion. And then the whole body goes limp.
I want to use the boon of the savior.
And lies still.
I'll use the boon of the savior.
We all reach out and heal him.
With all of us around. Expel a burst of radiant energy to you and your allies. Choose up to 5 creatures. So I'll choose him, Grable, and whichever one of these fine folks that look the most beaten.
You are trying to heal Grable.
Correct.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I clarified.
Yes, Veer, Grable, and whichever, obviously.
I'm okay comparatively to everyone because I am the most healthy.
Okay, so then it'll be Veer, Grable. How does Letus look?
Letus isn't great.
Okay.
I'll opt out. I'm okay.
I'm at a third.
You're at what?
A third.
Okay, so it'll be Veer, Grable,
licks,
me,
yeah.
Letus, Walker.
Okay, sure.
And we'll see how
So
well
go ahead and roll that.
this
Let me
is.
know.
15 again on the same dice, so it is 15 plus 3, so everybody gets 18 hit points.
Nice. All right. So the body lurches, falls down, remains motionless. Grable kind of sits over there, clutching. Did it work?
I think it worked. Does he feel like he has a pulse, or?
No, the goat-like form is almost flattened now and kind of almost seems like it's in the quick process of decomposition.
Does
anyone have any diamonds?
Mm-mm.
Is there any humanity showing on this?
No, it is almost like this goaty flesh kind of broken form.
Is this Veer?
Well, as you guys are kind of all puzzled, everyone looking at one another, trying to figure out and make sense of what you're seeing.
Feels like it should have worked.
Liar!
I don't think this is him. I think this is another body.
What do you mean?
Doesn't that...
When he lets out a massive claw attack at you.
Calm emotion
What
does get
is
disrupted
your-
by certain things.
AC?
It hits. It's 14.
That is a 14. It's
1 minute.
Yeah. Okay. So he throws this massive claw against you. Not in his massive form, but still pretty darn strong. Deals 8 points of slashing damage. And as he's about to turn, I'll give you a reaction. Anyone who wants to take one?
Can you just describe one more time? It's a decomposing his goat form. But he has a head again?
No.
Oh.
Isn't Veer the one that was dead?
Right.
There is no head. There is no sign of emergence at the moment. It is the lifeless body that you recently beheaded still sitting there.
Would I know if
That
before he did that, if true resurrection would just create a new body somewhere else?
You can designate that, but you do have a body in this instance.
So it would just grow back a head?
Or you could designate it to
Yeah.
replace the body entirely if you wanted to, but that would not probably be the fundamental issue that you'd be experiencing.
Do I know what the issue we are experiencing? Would I get the feeling that the soul doesn't want to come back?
Go ahead and just roll a general intelligence check here. Gross.
Nope.
5.
I mean, this is powerful magic, bruh.
Yeah.
Difficult to say. Anyone who wants to take a reaction?
I want to put myself in between him and Sproigins and just put, not violent or anything, just hands on his chest. And I'm going to cast my divine shit. What is it called?
Divine shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast
That's
divine.
the...
Pretty sure it's divine-ish.
Yeah.
So
If you
my
will.
divine channel divinity, the emissary of peace, which gives me a +5 charisma, something or other. I just want to be like, something is wrong. It's going okay. Just calm down. We need to figure this out. Help us.
Is anyone else taking a reaction?
Yeah.
I just got fucking destroyed.
I mean, it was only 8 points. It wasn't.
It was only 8, but it's huge fucking hand claws,
So,
and I'm
like,
not expecting
the
it.
form is just becoming mush, right?
It seems to be. I mean, it's not like liquefying, but it's almost like a body balloon that just got deflated.
I wanna go ethereal. I want to see if I can see his spirit.
Okay. So, as you're all sort of getting in your positions, trying to separate the violence that might ensue, recoiling from being attacked or observing, trying to watch the situation, at this point, Letus is going to draw in and move close.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't expect it, so I'm probably on the ground, kind of.
Just jarred and rocked.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And as you then see Sproigins kind of fall, Grable actually tries to run past you and throws his claw up in the air again, staring directly at Sproigins as he's falling backwards. And from behind him, Grable! And you now see the body begin to almost gyrate and shift. And from the chasm of neck, you see a hand. And
Ace Ventura, too.
a
rhino?
dark-haired human male. Grable, help me!
I rush to help.
And you see him just dig his clawed hand in and begin to claw away at the flesh, begin
try to help
tearing
him
it
when I
open.
can.
All of you collectively moving and ripping through it, and now with sort of a tattered blue robe, left leg still entirely comprised of what looks to be a goat-like appendage. Grable picks him up, holds him, just like barely above 5 feet tall. Looks like a really big doll to Grable.
It's like my new bowl and Muggsy Bugs.
Yeah, exactly. The super assist, you know?
Healing word at 4th level.
You've come back to me. And you see him try to like kind of wipe some of the viscera away from him. His whole face is just red with, you know, sort of membrane and
Oh, yeah, you would instantly...
I'm trying to prestidigitate where his hands are going, so it like, because I don't think that's going to work very well. So
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of smearing more than there is wiping, but he's doing his
newborn,
best.
fully grown adult.
Yes, he's doing his very best to kind of get his eyes and hair pushed out of his face. And Veer, barely able to stand, he kind of sets him down. Veer drops to his knees, and you see Grable sort of almost hunched over him like this massive statue creature.
I'm so sorry, brother. This is all my fault.
And you see Grable begin to cry as Veer is still kind of coming to, probably not even super aware of what's going on. And this big, huge, massive clawed arm reaching around behind his back, and this humanoid hand on the back of his head kind of holding this embrace. And as gentle as someone his size with these mutations could be, just kind of huddled there and sobbing like a baby. You see Veer kind of reach up and do this loose, drunk face touch.
Brother. I'm so sorry.
And you see Veer for the first time now kind of look back up. I told you I wouldn't be gone long, brother. Help me stand. I don't like it down here. And you see him pick him up, and he's almost kind of walking in this crouch stance so Veer's arm can drape around his shoulders. He kind of does this awkward crawl forward.
what you have done to us is nothing compared to what you have done for us.
I don't know if you're hurt, but can I help a little bit?
You hear that, Veer? Grable hurt. Wake up.
And you see Veer kind of let loose, like almost a half smile, just kind of still barely with it.
It's not gonna be much, but I'll give them each 5 of lay on hands.
Okay.
Why?
Your guardians.
Your circumstances are wrong.
Vesero has taken enough from this plan.
We won't have him take anyone else.
He took my sister.
Vesero. Vesero.
We would hope you might come to stand with us in the final battle.
I see. You made use of my armor.
This wasn't ever going to be your destiny.
You don't have to. I mean, we.
Yeah, you can go back to your farm if you'd like. It's just our end result is we're taking the fight to Vesero.
Getting him.
He's continuing the wish of Asmodeus, so we're trying to stop that.
Whatever you deem necessary is fine by us, but this was...
Would you mind if I set my brother down for a moment?
Of course.
Here, sit and rest. You know you're not as strong as I.
And Veer kind of just flops. The goat leg kind of folded and bowed out. Still not entirely sure how to use both limbs in tandem. Seemingly still confused, a little disoriented. Not hurt per se, maybe. But definitely afflicted. And Grable then begins kind of walking towards you, now sort of trying to hunch his arm up a little bit to give himself a more human form. Kind of tucking it in like an injured brace sling would hold it.
Kind of slowly, kind of twist my belt around where my rapier would be and just kind of cautiously put it there. I don't know what to do at this point if he is going to attack me again.
That is a lovely toothpick. Step away with me for a moment, please.
And he begins kind of limping past all of you, moving essentially across the plateau towards the broken altar that now remains directly in the center of the battle area. He kind of leans up against it. Seems like he's trying to rest there for a brief moment.
I would follow.
Is anyone else doing anything different?
So Veer's walking over there.
Grable.
I would
Grable
tend to
put
Veer.
Veer down.
Okay. Since you're tending to Veer,
I
I'll
thought-
go follow Sproigins. I just think somebody should stay.
Veer was the gray one.
Yep. So Grable begins moving and separating himself briefly.
Right. Yeah. I'll go over to Veer.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Grable.
I went with Sproigins.
Okay. So as he is sitting there, he kind of walks over to the edge near there.
Do you know where this lava comes from?
I don't know.
Other than under the earth.
The Underdark is a long, sprawling place in a protected pocket of it. It's right under Bloodfalls. This, well, not here, but Bloodfalls. That's where me and Veer made a name for ourselves. I would want to speak with your red friend as well.
Skadi,
Yeah.
can you
You're red.
come over here for a minute?
Yeah. I'm gonna. I mean, I know he's probably not actually injured, but I'll have cast Healing Word, 13 health points to Veer, and then I'll head over to Sproigins.
Okay. I'd point out as you are beginning to try and apply your healing to Grable, it does not seem as if any of his wounds, bruising, any of his current condition seems to be affected very much by your healing.
He's probably at full health because he just got rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how this magic works.
Or he undead.
Grable, similarly. Well, neither of them, I guess, really are seemingly affected by your healing. Not on an outward level, at least that you're able to observe.
You,
Yeah.
where did you get my armor?
We found it
Where?
when we fought. Yeah, Udik Fall.
How long have you worn it?
Not long.
Long enough.
5-6 days.
What weapon do you wield?
Tap my staff on the ground.
That's it. Have you no other weapons?
Or pull out my.
To be fair, she is the weapon.
Tell treasure rod.
I'm gonna make a flower.
A blade. Do you own a blade?
I mean, yeah. And I'm gonna like pull out. I have a short sword.
It's not what I was hoping for, but that will do. I feel the influence of the hand on me still. I committed the worst act of my entire life, bringing back my brother. My brother was brave and smart. Smarter than me, but also braver than me. One of those two things is actually surprising. Talented, funny, a loving man, a caring husband. And I took everything from him. I see that you have powerful magics. I see that you have connected with items of the line. Cord flows through you, I can see it. Even if you don't subscribe to the same principles. I will never forget what you have done for us here. But you cannot maintain. This curse is powerful. It will return. How do you hold such a sword?
I'm gonna like kind of fumbly.
No.
He kind of grabs your hand and wraps your fingers around the inside of the hilt, folds your thumb firmly across the fingers.
Hold it with vigor. The guard comes down. You can use it for additional leverage. Swing, not just from beyond the wrist, the elbow. Follow through with your strikes. It will be important.
He kind of just holds it there, examining the sword a little bit, looking at all of you.
It's important that my brother knows I love him.
Yeah, you can tell him.
And you see him run the sword through himself and begin to fall backwards.
With my
I
hand
grab
still
him.
on it.
Yep.
I grab him.
He got a natural 20 on his athletics here, and he's relatively committed. So I'll give you a check. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check. Or no, this would be an athletics check as well.
Athletics?
Yep.
I'm all right with that because that's strength, and I'm still meager, which means I get an advantage, which is really good. It's a 19.
19. Unfortunately, with his size, his sheer strength, the circumstances being what they are, he's already falling backwards. You're unable to react in time. The sword almost ripped from Skadi's hand as he kind of forces her to distance herself as he pulls it towards him, specifically having positioned her hand in such a way. And you see him screaming in the lava, but his humanoid form taking far less abuse than his previously cursed form was.
I'll run to
Shake
the
him.
edge and pull you guys back from the edge. I don't have much strength, so you do with that with what you want, but
You see him then begin to sink
I don't like this at all.
as the screams stop and subside
I
to
want to
a
get him back,
still silence.
even if he's dead. I don't want him to just...
And he disappears below the surface of the lava.
I would like to try to...
You hear the rocking of a cane and staff, hoof and foot coming through.
I want to try to jump in and grab him at all. Even if he's dead, I don't want him to just...
Hara, stop!
I stop.
He's trying to do right by what he's done.
I just don't want him to
Let him
burn
have his
alive.
peace.
I could have given him a burial.
I think this is a fine burial.
He's
for
made
him.
up for what he's done. There's
What?
peace in that.
Spray water.
The water kicks out, dissipates, immediately turning to steam. Veer, zero energy, zero ability to move or navigate, seemingly sprinting over with what little energy he might have had left.
I'll run up to try to run and get to Veer.
Yeah, I was next to him too, so I'll kind of hold him up.
And as you see the steam evaporate, as the body sinks below and the roiling bubble turns to a flame, the organic compound matter releasing itself from the burial shelf of the flowing magma. The fire dances on top of the lava briefly. A cyclone, almost tenderly, fingers kind of wrapping up before it dissipates away, before lurching directly at Skadi. Your whole form ripped back and opened up. The entire set of armor ignites. You're all forced to recoil and pull back as the entirety of Skadi's form ignites in flame. Fingertip to fingertip, head to toe, before closing down and extinguishing, fire no longer dancing across the armor. It now reads a deep, blood-like purple, the shoulder pads having singed black and falling off to a tapered orange at the shoulder. The Pillar of War has been awakened.
Yes, queen!
Yay!
Yes, double queen! Oh shit.
I'll like grab Viren and like just hold him real close and just be like, I know what you're going through.
He's almost fighting you, but
Yeah,
you
I'll keep him pressed in there.
There's little fight in him. He's not strong to begin with, and the effort he has left is escaping him. But you do now feel his sort of ribs and form, his arms, the hair that you had noticed almost seem to withdraw slightly further. The goat-like leg, still completely intact calf and thigh, but dissipates down now, and the hairy nobbin of the knee and the calf downward remain this grotesque, mutated goat-like form, but it seems as if through the tattered blue robe you can see the humanoid leg return. A gash kind of open and visible where the more grisly and guttural, mutated form, cursed form, did not provide for such weaknesses. And he's hurt. He's unable to do much about it, it seems, and though he is fighting towards his brother, he just doesn't have anything to fight with at the moment. Eventually he stops and just kind of collapses, and both of you kind of fall backwards as the resistance just ends abruptly. And he just sort of sits there for a sec. What are we to do now?
Well, I think it's you're alive again, so that's a thing you have to deal with.
Is this being alive?
Yes.
Technically, yeah.
Unfortunately.
But you'll also need to grieve for your brother. Just know that he was convinced he wasn't going to be removed fully from the curse, and for you to be able to move on, he had to also move on.
The ones that we love, that we lose along the way, just make sure going forward that it wasn't for no reason.
His last words were to make sure you knew he loved you.
Great. Ever the romantic, wasn't he?
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, need a moment, if you don't mind. And he just kind of takes some steps back and uses the cane to sort of leverage himself down and just kind of collapses and sits there with this Cameron from Ferris Day Bueller's catatonic sort of look on his face, just dead-eyed but deep in thought. What do you guys want to do?
I'll give him his space and just group back up with everyone.
I'm gonna start the, even though I can't touch the corpse or anything like that, I'm gonna start the funeral rites. Taking out some raven feathers that I have, and using the component pouch that I've got for the silver.
Okay.
Did
I'll
he have
start doing a ceremony.
Did he have a? What was he fighting us with? Did he have a big ass club?
Gravel?
Yeah. Or was he just using his?
Just using his claws. Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of stare where Grable fell into the lava.
Make a perception check.
$30.
So, there we go. So as you are standing there, sort of looking at it, the fire now done roiling. Your vision returned to normal from the blinding light that was the cyclone of fire that surrounded you. The smoke dissipating away and the various herbs and ritual items disappearing below the lava's surface as Hara begins performing her customary funeral rite ritual. You see that there now is small, tiny objects that appear to be floating to the surface, not melting in the lava. Some looking perhaps more damaged than others, but you see a red rope of sorts. Something like a loose or cheap belt you might find in ye old times that appears to be in the process of sort of igniting and taking hold, followed by a pair of red bracers that Grable was wearing during the fight. And floating near them, almost kind of in a perfect symmetry, you have what looks to be sort of a metallic red glint, barely cresting into the surface, but because of your keen eyes, you're able to notice.
How far is the drop again to the lava?
It's about 10 feet, 7 feet.
But what if I jump to... How far away from it would it be if I jumped to this little craggy thing?
It would only be about 4 or so feet, but you'd be further away from it, so.
Is that craggy thing lower? Closer to the... Or not as high out of the lava?
Right, but you're further away from where you're seeing these objects.
Okay. I'm going to jump over to the craggy thing.
Okay, so you jump to the craggy, wherever you are.
Corner.
Where? Oh, yeah, just barely hanging on there. Okay.
I'm going to jump in and grab the stuff.
Okay, well...
Whenever I see Skadi doing this, I would like to fly over top of the lava and help.
I would also like to fly over the top of the lava, who is also resistant to fire.
I'll give you guys an opportunity to react in a moment's time. For the time being, I need you to tell me what order you'd like to try and pursue those things.
Okay, it was bracers.
Bracers?
I'm not saying, I'm asking.
A
Bracers,
cord?
rope.
And a metallic glint. Also, while we have a quick second, Duncan T... something... Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Action Dunkies. Sorry, we had a lot of heavy stuff, so I didn't want to jump in and interrupt any of that. Sildari, the main man Sildari, as is always the case, subscribed and added to that streak. What's up? Thank you for joining us again.
Sildari.
What's up, my dude?
Hashtag blame Sildari.
I mean, you probably could. It depends on how you wanted to look at that.
share?
But just as well.
Does it
Are you cold?
Yeah.
does it sound like
Cold.
obviously when you jump into water it makes a sound. When a body jumps into lava, does that make a sound enough for me to have audibly heard that?
It would have standed out to the sort of atmosphere, yes. It would have been more of a boop. No. a
outside of the like gasps that probably would have come from.
Yeah, it kind
Because
of
they
like
don't know
the,
why I'm just jumping in lava?
the
Right,
very thick
yeah.
flour and water mixture, you know what I mean? The Newtonian physics type of gelatinous. It's almost like a slap more than it is a splash. But you would have been able to hear it, but because the lava is also moving, it's not something that you would float and slowly melt into as you're kind of carried and sunk into it.
It's like a quicksand, sort of, right?
Yeah,
I mean-
but like way hotter and worse. Yeah, definitely.
Would I be able to have a reaction in there to do Bigby's hand? But then also what I have seen, I guess I don't want to take the meta of trying to...
I'm going to say that this is after the fact, and Hera's already performing the ritual, which is why you do not get an initial reaction. So this is your reaction to begin with. So you're jumping in.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was walking back, so I probably would have
What are
seen
you
her
going
jump
for
in.
here?
I'm going to do the metallic glinty,
Okay.
the rope, then the bracers.
Okay. So I want you to roll 3 successive Constitution checks for me.
Whoa, dude. Next time, call out for
Natural 1. Oh, nope, I'm not a luck.
Sproigins to get a little Bigby's in there.
I mean, that might have been a reasonable option.
7.
Okay.
Doing real good here.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Okay. You take... So that would be 55 points of fire damage as you see Skadi's form.
Halved or
No chance
Yes.
she's...
It would be halved. And then we'll give everybody a reaction. What do you guys want to do?
Does the Pillar Awakened have any properties with fire?
Maybe.
I would think so, since you got washed in it, but...
Oh yeah. You're immune.
okay, so do I not? Can I grab the stuff all then?
You don't take any fire damage.
Use a man.
So
Are you still gonna try to get your dad's armor at this point?
I'm still grabbing. Since
Yes.
I'm immune, do I successfully then grab them, or?
Not with a natural one, you definitely do not. As you reach out for the shiny glint, you close your hand at sort of an awkward time and slap it below the surface of the lava, losing track of where it is. Still sort of surprised that your form is not being completely decimated. Bracing for the pain you're about to experience, all in the hopes of recovering something of note or sentiment. It simply throws your first one off. You're unable to recover.
Can I attempt again, like it?
Also, for never going in lava, like, that feels like a weird, like, bleep. Like, I'm...
Can I make an attempt on where I think it sunk to?
So you are able to quick throw your hand through this cord, sort of pulling it out, and it seems as if it has to be magical in nature. It would have instantly dissipated. This is like a fabric-y material almost. And you quickly kind of throw it over yourself, reach out, and fumbling a little bit are able to collect the bracers without too much issue now, sort of getting comfortable in the circumstance, surprising as it is, focusing and plucking those out. I will let you roll percentage dice.
Okay. Go with some.
If you're diving blind, it's just going to be a best guess here.
Do you have any sort of detect magic or something?
There was also...
I've located
Was there only
objects,
3
but I
things,
think
or
that-
there was also the
I'm in
belt
kind
thing?
of a
She just...
Yeah.
That's the cord.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
41.
41?
Mm-hmm.
So you reach down and you feel sort of a hard object kind of tick right on the end of your finger. And you reach out and then you feel like this is some kind of loose magma fur that hasn't quite dissipated away, and you almost squish it like Play-Doh. Let it go, and it seems whatever the object was is gone.
That's alright. Good shit.
I'm gonna crawl back over to the craggy
And Hara is freaking the F out.
and get out, and I assume like lava's dripping off me as I get out.
Yeah, does it look like water beating off like water-resistant Dockers?
No, it's you're actually seeing, and you don't quite pick up the strong scent that you did even moments ago when she was in her ape form, but you smell the burning flesh. You see the lava sort of digging into her form and almost latching on. And it seems as if, to a certain extent, as it continues to pool down, her body is almost pushing out and rejecting the lava. It's almost as if it's emanating from her rather than beating off. It is being pushed out from her form, and it seems as if it is not able to penetrate into her the way that you would think lava could.
Skadi, what the hell?
What
were you doing?
I'm gonna bring the stuff out. I missed something. I tried to get it, and I didn't know what it was, but
You went jumping into lava for things?
Grable's things.
Okay.
Why didn't you ask for help? For
Yeah, I
flying?
could have used Mage Hand. We could have done something else. The hell you just jump in lava for?
I wanted the stuff.
Okay. Why? I had to get it.
What are you doing?
Well, she's not like melted.
Yeah, what the hell's going on with you?
Is that you or the armor?
I think it's the armor.
Cause she got kind of singy in the battle before.
I mean,
right?
I wore it before. It's got heat-resistant properties, but
It is pretty
Yeah,
nice.
but like
that is...
it's like a different color now.
Yeah, it looks way more badass now than when
Did
I
you
wore
know you were not going to be burned alive by the lava before you jumped in after? Okay, that's fine.
No.
All right. Well, I put those. Just put the things down on the rocks. I'm not gonna touch them because I will get burnt again.
Let's. What are we gonna do about Veer?
Let him have his time for now.
Right, but
I mean, I think they're from Blood Falls. We know Blood Falls is like
It fell to demons.
right, but that was like early, right?
Yeah.
We knew about that right away.
Okay.
It's one of the first places it started.
Before stream.
Right. Before a stream. Yep.
That's what I thought. Gravel said they're from Blood Falls, and Blood Falls fell a long time ago, so I don't think he has a home there anymore.
Plus, how long ago was that?
Months?
No, I mean like since he was even
yeah, that's.
Him.
It's
Oh, yeah.
he
That's
doesn't
not-
have
That's not an option.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but returning home after you haven't been there for a while.
I mean, we'll see what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he seems to be. Well, I don't know if he still is, but he was fairly powerful, so
Yeah, I'd imagine he's still very powerful.
we don't even know if he can leave this place.
Yeah.
It seemed
Are we gonna just
in his talks that he could, but
ask him for the pillar?
At this point, you see Veer kind of getting up and walking back to sit on the two sort of large obelisk-like stone thrones that you first saw across the way when you entered the pocket plane.
I'll follow him.
Okay. As you begin moving towards him, it appears as if from the sides of both of the thrones, two beams push out and extend into your form.
I'll keep going.
Okay. So as you are moving closer and closer, the beams continue to grow more intense. Veer eventually gets to his point where he I suppose these things aren't doing any good sitting here, are they? And I certainly don't have the equipment to use some of it anymore. He kind of looks and stares down at his leg. I would offer what we have left to the cause of undoing that creature.
What would you like to do now?
I have to go talk to someone.
I doubt they're still alive. You've been down here a very long time.
They're still alive.
Do you have a name for this person?
In due time.
How do you plan to get there? We have ways to get you places.
Yeah.
I imagine you do as well, but
You see him push himself up again, and the sort of clip-clop of the hoof stammers next to the throne. I will have you know, I am a guardian of the line. We are strong.
Yes, we are.
We are the line that separates everyone else from the abyss and the oblivion that follows. You remember that.
welcome back.
You see him focusing as he is beginning to conjure some kind of spell, and you recognize the familiar blue runes kind of popping out on the ground around him. It seems as if he finishes and the circle of teleportation begins to rise around his form. Hopefully I'll see you again. Magic man. And he throws the staff at you. And then the arcane runes crash around his form in a violent cyclone, and The blue arcane tendrils dance across out in a wave of particle form, and the ear is gone.
We didn't even tell him our names.
He knows who we are.
Just those random people out in the lava pits.
He's got enough information to figure out who we are.
He'll never forget us. We were here when his brother died.
I'll go. What's the white light thing he's doing? You said white lights were doing a thing?
I didn't give you a color. There's 2 beams of light.
Oh.
One of them is red and one of them is white. And they seemingly emanate from the outside of both thrones. What would you guys like to do?
But they're...
I think you should go towards Grable's throne, personally.
I'll go towards Grable's.
Okay. So as you begin moving to that side, navigating across, the red beam continues to grow and intensify. The white arcane tether seemingly bending around the throne as you begin to walk across, but thins and dissipates. And as you are just about to crest the edge of where Grable once sat, the white arcane tether breaks away, leaving an intense red beam seemingly connected to you.
I want to back up a little bit.
Okay.
Does the white light connect again?
If you move toward it,
Yeah.
it seems to.
What happens if I stand in between both?
They appear to be attached to you with equal intensity.
Then I'll just go back over to Grable's.
Okay.
Do we want to put a second person by the white one?
Maybe one has to be
It might be one or the other.
drawn away. Or
Well,
both two.
I'm going to go to the
I'll go to
strength.
I'll go to the whatever the opposite one is.
Or should we have a magic person? I mean, you're magic. We're all technically magic.
All of this is fucking a lot. Walker, you gonna go over to that thing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think I have a thought on this, but doesn't matter what my thought is. So let's just do it.
Okay. I just go all the way to the red.
Okay.
Oh.
So as you crest around the side of the throne, you see what appears to be a small stone box. Not particularly large at all, maybe a foot across and just shy of a foot deep, and probably about 8 inches tall. And from what appears to be sort of a tattered and broken rune-like heart shape, almost as if it is 2 halves of a heart kind of twisted and angular that are sort of folded together in this stone-like emblem, sits this very small stone chest. The red beam seemingly emanating from the center directly in this chest's emblem.
What is the white beam doing?
Well, it's now currently intensifying on Walker as he moves towards it.
I'm going to open this chest.
Yeah. Open it.
Flip.
Okay. You open it. Look down and see that there's a number of items inside, but directly in the middle, floating in free space, is a small mote of fire, almost kind of hovering back and forth, that disappears.
I close it. Oh, geez.
It then erupts. Your entire form gets wrapped up in this extremely bright red fire swirling around you. The light and heat is intense, though you don't feel it damaging your actual form. The continuation and this roiling seems intense, never ending, but whew, it stops. And you recognize perhaps it was only a moment. And you now look into this chest, forced open. Still refuse inside. The red arcane tether seemingly dissipated.
That looked like an explosion of fire for us.
To a certain extent, and then she sort of ignited it. That's for her.
Harry, you okay?
Good.
What the hell is going on down here?
I'm good, guys.
I mean, that's kind of what I thought would happen, but the not the good part. So that's good. That's good.
All right. Walker, what's going on with your side?
That's dope. I'll walk over you.
What?
I'm good. If I walk towards him, does it split or does it just focus on him?
It does split.
I'll back up.
It seems as if the closer you get, the more concentrated and focused the beam becomes. But if you get within range, it seems to almost steal that energy away.
I will say that I feel like that boon gave me a lot of get back in the fightness. So it's probably safe to say that this one will do something with magic, maybe?
I don't think any magic is safe, but we'll give this a shot.
Well, it's not safe. Just...
I mean, if you're thinking twice about it, you just let Sproigins know.
I mean, you got
Does
another one
everyone
of
have
those
a
head
boon?
grow back things?
Yup, you just let Sproigins know if I need to step in there and open that box.
Does everyone have a boon now?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the box?
If you're gonna give me a chance, I'm gonna open a fucking box, Walker. Better open that box.
Go ahead and open the box.
You don't
What's in the
You don't
box?
open the box?
I think it's kind of romantic if you open the box.
Why?
Wink.
Oh.
Also, I think it's more important for you to open it.
I mean, I might be the most dangerous person in this entire group. You let me open that box, Walker.
Open the box.
I like the idea of that.
Me too. I'm gonna be fucking king of the glory.
Skadi just gets like a...
All right. Well, get out of here then.
So as you begin to move forward and Walker starts to step back, the beam connected to Walker's form begins to dissipate and wither as it now focuses and grows and intensifies on you with each step backwards he takes.
It goes to me. All right, I'm gonna open this box. If I get set on fire,
We'll hear you.
I already saved you once today.
that's right. That is correct. All right, I'll chuck you the staff so it doesn't get set on magic fire.
Definitely.
All right, I'm opening this box. Open the box.
Okay. As you look down, you see a similar shaped box to the one it seems Hara might have just opened. In place of a tattered runic heart, there appears to be sort of a nautical star with an eye in the center of it. Much of it seemingly gouged out and scraped away, almost so its angular and pristine form is no longer preserved, but the semblance and idea of what it should have been remains. And as the arcane tether intensifies on you, and you begin to lift open the box, the white light disappears.
Oh man, didn't do anything.
Just wait.
As you turn back, everybody around you is frozen.
Oh shit. Do they look like they're frozen, like they're paralyzed, or does it look like time has stopped around me?
You see actual sprites of steam in the air that appear to be holding perfectly still. Everything about it seems oddly unnatural, and the small lava flows that were breaking into small crests dripping down now hold unnatural, elongated forms where falling should happen. Odd shapes are created with the lava pour. And as you're kind of just taking everything in, you see everything continue to resume.
What did it do?
Holy shit. I could have
Once
fucked
per
with
day.
all of you.
Once per day.
Man, I could have fucked with all you guys.
So this is all this,
What?
nothing?
No, this is the thing that...
Yeah.
So
that-
this is
that
all
is-
legit.
Except for
Yeah.
one thing I'll have to talk to you about, but yeah.
Okay. I was like, there's no effing way.
May I see it? You want to swap? Or I'll just
We'll
read.
talk later.
Well, why don't you guys just share
I want
what
to.
you got?
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
will-
I got the boon of the Dauntless.
Of the what?
Dauntless.
Okay.
Immediate on trigger. Anytime you would fail a third death saving throw and die, you are immediately raised to your feet and healed for 5d20 hit points.
I should have got that one.
I know. After I saw it, I was like, but it also kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Raven Queen, whatever. And if I'm, whatever. And once the boon has been activated in this way, you cannot use it again for 7 days. The usual.
Nice. I got the boon of the source. Friendly local gaming store, what's up? The very first source of arcane magic flows through you, granting you ancient knowledge of the arcane, which boy is not proficient in arcane. Arcana.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
It's all good.
Whatever. Anytime you would cast a spell that allows you to increase its effect by casting at a higher level, you may cast the spell at its lowest tier and resolve the effect as if you had cast a spell slot 3 levels higher than the slot used to cast the spell.
Once per day.
Correct.
You should write that at the bottom.
I will write that at the bottom.
Alright, and the Pillar of War Awakened.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
I know, I'm really excited. What?
Add 2 to my AC, and anytime I take damage, reduce it by 1d6.
Oh, I should have took that.
Subtract 2 from your 2 hit. So, question, is that my spell attack bonus? Subtract 2?
Anytime you're rolling an attack.
Okay.
If you are rolling an attack, it is -2.
Yep, okay.
Plus 5
But not my DC.
No.
Okay. So subtract 2 to my to hit, but add 2d6 to all damage rolls. I am immune to fire damage. I can cast Flame Blade at 5th level, it's a 2nd level spell, once per day. I have advantage on initiative rolls, and I may re-roll any 1s when rolling damage.
Oh, nice. Excellente.
Is that all legit?
No, it's not going to be 2d6, it's going to be 1d6.
Still super epic.
Still a BA.
Awakened pillars are supposed to be no joke, though.
Yeah. That's...
It checks out.
Yeah. I used an awakened pillar twice already today.
And then is it 1d6 the damage type I do, or is it fire damage?
It's going to be in addition to whatever your damage source is.
I didn't take it. It's perfect for you.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been cool.
He doesn't have that many spells, though, where it's like,
Yeah.
if you cast at a higher level.
I mean, no, I do. So wait, could you have, like, if I had a 5th level, but I didn't have an 8th?
It specifies you have to
Okay.
cast it at the base level.
Okay.
But what if
What if a base level 5th, but I don't have an 8th slot?
It would still cast
Yeah.
at 8th level.
Or what if you will never have the higher levels?
Then it would cast at 3 levels above.
That is
wherever.
sweet!
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you had gotten it, that could have been a thing, but
I know.
you did not. So.
I just like...
What about a 9th level spell?
Cast at 12!
I would like to go... I'm going to just be like, I'm so glad you're alive. And
So
I'm gonna...
here's the thing of why this is very important for me, is because this works for counterspell.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. All right, well...
I mean, it could have gone to anybody. That was
Right.
definitely
But
a
that
concern of
works.
mine when putting that together, but that's fine. Here we are.
I mean, you put it near the magic user, and I
Yep.
got the... I'm going to go to Grable's and chest thingy again, and... It's small, right? It's like the other ones?
Yeah.
Like, I can just pick it up?
It seems to be part of the structure itself, though.
Oh,
I'll just take the stuff out of
give
it.
me the staff.
All right, so you look inside.
Yes.
There appears to be what you would probably amount to leather breeches, almost kind of like low armor pants, something that you might wear when dealing with kind of a bludgeoning force that you want to keep the bruising down, but it doesn't appear inherently high-end or expensive type of armor by any means. This is
like Jinko shorts?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Sort of like really tiny dickies. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some working professional dicky shorts.
If you were a farmer and you had to sort of put together some makeshift armor, it seems like maybe this is what you would try to come up with. But a sharp enough blade, you could tell, probably would get through that without too much issue. And then you also see a pair of gloves in there that have a black leather wrist strap that seems to secure it. And the glove itself is almost the see-through-y type of spider silk. But there is 5 fingers attached to the top of the glove that almost appear in place like skeletal bones on the outside of it.
Shit, that sounds cool.
Those are the only 2 things in there?
Yep.
Can I check, is the whole thing stone?
Yeah.
I'm still going to see if there's any, like, hidden compartment or anything
Sure.
around it, and I'll also do around his throne.
Okay. You can make an investigation check. What's everybody else doing?
Is there anything in my box?
Yes, as a matter of fact. You do open it up, and it seems as if there is a curled up, almost kind of like you pack in a hurry for the airport kind of thing with clothing smashed together. And you pull it out and you see what appears to be this sort of greenish overthrow shawl-like robe. But it's largely thatched. You can see a lot of the edging. Some of it was dyed, kind of trying to hold it in place for crudely done. But it seems as if this is a regular functional robe, though of probably pretty low quality.
Yeah.
The other thing you see in there is a pair of boots, and they are nice. They're a bluish leather almost.
Oh.
And as you kind of reach down to touch them, grab them by the tongues to sort of snake finger fork both of them out together, you see sort of like these little arcane charges kick off the back, right where the pull strap would be.
All right.
I got a 24.
24? Okay. Keep that in mind. What else is everybody doing?
I think I would assume that they're kind of searching what's here, so I'm just gonna kind of sit back and wait for them. Maybe hang out with Skadi if she's just hanging out. But
Okay.
And it'd be like
We got a
awkward.
walker on one side and a lead us on the other.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's gonna be awkward.
Ha! Walkward.
Wally.
Thanks for subscribing, everybody.
Yeah. Way to waste your money. All right.
Yep. Just good enough to get that Sildari subscription in before the walkward.
What an idiot. Got him.
Yeah.
All right.
Florida man.
Yeah.
Doesn't realize the mistakes he's made.
All right. So.
That's like the least of Florida's problems.
Yeah.
So I'll just, with my stuff, I'll just kind of reconvene with the group and then just use Mage Hand unsurely and grab the little cuffs and the rope thing that I had Skadi set down.
Okay.
You grabbed him?
As you're all sort of reconvening back in the middle portion, Hera sort of crawling around the throne area, looking to see what she can put together. Doesn't seem to be much else of note. The lava hum as the river flows continue to sort of fill the air. The environment is still oppressively hot.
Am I good?
You are, actually, as it turns out.
Yeah, both
You and
y'all
your
are
lava
good.
dog can go anywhere now.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got some fun stuff
Y'all
that's
can
about
go
to happen.
swimming.
Mhm.
I was gonna teach you how to swim. That was my plan.
I would like to be there when she teaches us how to swim.
In lava.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. So, as Hera is just about to abandon and give up her search, she's beginning to move forward in between the thrones and kind of walk to reconnoiter with the rest of you sat at lava's edge, going over the items, taking stock of the moment, looking into what it is you need to possibly identify or try to define the arcane properties for. And you look down, and there's a small knob. And you kind of get a little closer, and it's almost a protrusion in the stone, the trim work directly around this sort of 5-inch elevated base that both of these thrones had sat upon. And in the central portion of it, right at the trimmed exterior of this slightly exaggerated pedestal, you look down and get closer, and it almost appears as if it is this circle, jagged protrusion sticking up from it, almost like something you put on a drill to buzz a hole through a wall until it sort of clicks for you as there's tiny gold flecks laced throughout the stonework of whatever this is. Similar to the statue you originally found outside when entering this room, this was likely at one point a crown. And kind of looking at it close, you reach down to examine it, and you see the crown depress into the ground. You hear the grinding of stone behind you. And a new throne rises out of the platform behind you. Turning around, you see that the platform breaks and shatters as this massive structural form begins to rise up. The two thrones of Veer and Grable seemingly shattered and broken as this form pushes itself up through the ground. And there now you see a black onyx stone chair. A humanoid form, but with a non-humanoid face. Seemingly jagged and gaunt towards the bottom. Massive horns suggesting demonic origins. One hand covered in a massive gauntlet that has stonework and carving on it to appear as if fire itself climbs up the side. And the other hand resting on the left side of the chair. A carved whip across his lap. And a small box sitting in front of that on his lap. And that's where we'll take our break.
Anyway.
This is a carving, right? That's not like
It's not
Vesero
actually
coming out.
Vesero, no.
Good.
What if
this
it is?
No, this is
No,
fine.
it's obsidian.
What if it is?
Yeah, we're just fighting an obsidian.
What if it is?
Then we
Mario.
are not able to take care of that right now. I'm tired.
Maybe kind of, sort of, but we'll find out one way or the other. It's probably not Bezro. But
Yeah, hey,
when we get back there. So everybody who has been hanging out,
Thanks
thank
for
you guys
sticking
so much
around.
for hanging around. We got through,
there's some cool shit going on.
I mean, without context, hey, I get it, okay? We're on the YouTubes. Go check it out. Subscribe for free because you can. Follow us here for free because you can. Subscribe with your Twitch Prime because that's also technically free. And you get one of those a month. So, like, you can give us a try, right?
Yeah.
And if not, go share with your friends. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to take a very short break. We're going to have some noms quick. We are going to have some, and then we are going to come right back. So, about 10 minutes. Do stick around. Please hang with us some more. I'll miss you.
Oh.
I said Grable.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Holding Action. The show where the chaos and combat is controlled by the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. We are just returning from break, and if you are just joining us, hey, what's up?
Yeah, thanks
Welcome.
What's going on?
for kicking it.
Yeah, thanks for being around here.
You the best.
For just being some cool dudes.
But also to fill you in on the other haps while you were not in, the group has now recently concluded, at least for the time it would seem, a large fight to secure what they hoped would be the last, the fifth and final Pillar of Heaven, an assembly of ancient arcane artifacts said to house extremely... You got like weird mega talent hand going on there. The King Baby Mutombo.
Yeah.
She could like palm a kickball.
No.
5 magical objects said to house the eternal power of deities themselves, and now, of late, somewhat revealed to be a key or fundamental component in pursuit of the group's next goal.
Happy.
As the...
Never attained.
Yeah, thanks for subscribing.
As the group concluded the battle, they did so not with a finishing blow, but with a peace offering. Former Guardians of the Line, their current opponent. The honorary or forced title themselves, now being Guardians of the Line, they also wanted to try to see if they could undo the curse, seemingly putting these creatures or former heroes in the current role that they were set in. Having already killed one of the 2 brothers, the Avendra clan, the 2 former farmers turned saviors of the land, the group sought to return one of the defeated brothers to life and secure aid from the remaining brother. All to great success, it would seem, as Veer's form brought back from the cursed husk, and Grable, appreciative to have his brother back even for a time. Though, much like Walker's sister before him, it seems as if the curse itself can be suppressed, but the magic instilled upon the creature is far too powerful for such mundane magic. Knowing that the curse would continue to be present, would continue to overtake them both, Grable took his half of the curse with him, throwing Skadi's blade into himself, casting himself into the lava pits where the fight had just taken place, and in the process, lightening the cursed load on his brother and awakening the Pillar of War.
Yay.
The group then began to investigate the site in search of this missing pillar, coming across a number of magic items and, seemingly customary in this place, powerful deity magic put in place to house, support, and nurture the efforts of those adventurers that would come after. A number of items collected, boons received, a solid investigation check, and further scrummaging through the general area revealed a small button that, when depressed,
Just give us buttons. Steve.
Yeah.
when pressed,
Good
burst
rolls on
forth
that.
a hidden throne below the ground made of an onyx black stone, crushing and crumbling the stone-like thrones around it that Veer and Grable originally sat on upon entering the lair, tumbling to the side and now a rocky, rubbly debris. And there in front of you sits what appears to be an ornately carved jet black of onyx stone demonic figure holding a flaming gauntlet and a whip, cast and carved as if to suggest it is made of raw fire. What happens next?
Is that what he looks like? Him?
Guess.
Fucking A. It can't be life size, right?
That whip looks familiar.
I think it's life size.
No fucking ass.
Would I have any gauge based on my vision? My scrying? On if it's life size?
Your scrying was on a specific target, and you weren't really able to focus on the surrounding lens, as it were. But it would be an extremely rare item for there to be two of them in such coincidentally placed locations, and it seems consistent with what you can recall, yes.
I mean, more so, does it seem the right size?
No, this would seem to be more a representative sculpt than a life-size representation.
Yeah, I don't think this is life size.
So it's like the Micro Machines version?
What's a machine?
Micro.
So how tall is this head?
The-
How long is the head?
The very base, or the very top of this throne is probably about 12 feet off the ground. The figure sitting in it, if you had to approximate, is going to be somewhere in between 8 or 9 feet, probably.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna inspect it for any sort of traps or
Well done.
whatever. Trying not to get angry at a statue.
Okay. As you finish casting the spell, the box sitting in the lap there, this ornately carved, kind of beautiful wood gem ornamental, simple and small, seems to glow and light up with this yellow flare triggered by your spell. The box itself probably measuring about a foot across, probably as deep as a typical cigar box, seemingly flat and somewhat shallow.
I check it and the surrounding obsidian for traps.
Make an investigation check.
Investigate.
I know. Is it 23?
Probably.
Thank you. 23.
Okay.
Math is hard.
Yes, it's 23.
Okay.
For a second, I thought I needed to add another 10, and I was like, that doesn't seem right at all.
Probably a good reason I'm not sitting there.
You would just be like, well, you just be like, get out your calculator.
Yeah.
For season 2, we need to keep that in mind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, well, we should sit at the same, then we'll share a calculator.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's it.
Problem solved.
Or the, what did...
So 23
Abacus.
then. Okay. It seems as if you're not able to observe any kind of mechanical instruments that would signify a trap to you.
And that's the only thing that's magic-y?
What are you doing?
What's in the box? Flip.
As
I'm a little impulsive right now.
right? I mean,
I
getting
mean,
a
well,
little brain.
I was
His mage
before you-
handed that fifth,
Yeah,
like,
but before you were saying that, I was going to see if anything else was magic-looking.
It seems as if, for the most part, everything that you're able to sort of perceive in front of you doesn't light up, doesn't illuminate as if to suggest it's magic. No. As you open the box, you see the lid almost cascade in a visible form as the opacity continues to reduce as you pull it back, almost as if this visual imagery is echoing on itself. And as you look inside, there is an extremely small golden thread that seems to be connecting two almost flattened pieces of fabric, but not completely so. They seem as if they have some heft to them in the form of maybe like cotton batting or something in that. And as you sort of pull and look at them, it's almost this pair of very flimsy, almost kind of just easily dangleable, tarnishable slippers, I guess you would say. But they ride up above the ankle. It is as if you wore a war boot that was made of cotton.
Are they dainty, would you say?
You can describe them a number of different ways, I'm sure, but they appear to be somewhat waif-like, delicate in their appearance.
like silk Jordans.
Yes, the Air Max. That's right.
Oh, not the...
All right. Is
Not
there
the-
anything
not the
else?
Reebok.
Not the Reebok.
Is there anything else underneath it or anything like that?
The box itself seems fixed.
It is fixed.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else underneath the slippers?
No.
I want the box. I like collecting things.
More shoes. All right.
I think that's probably
What
the
we're here
pillar.
All right.
Yep.
No. Take those.
I mean,
Cool.
we need to go find out what all these things are.
Yeah. Just gather all the newfound things for me to identify and kind of like, oh, my leather armor doesn't really do it, or else I would like swoop my shirt up and put them all in like a...
Sure. The tabard tunic from below, you kind of have a little curl going, perhaps we'll say.
Yeah, like
The
where I would put my
bread
He-Man
basket.
figures.
There's nothing else going on with this statue other than it being what's his butt.
Doesn't appear to have any unique aspects to it, from what you can gather.
I'm going to do like a rough sketch of it.
Okay.
Skadi, do you want to use the that staff that you have with the make the pillars rise out of the earth and destroy this thing, or should we keep it here?
No, we're destroying it. I just like that idea better than mine.
I mean, I would let you hack away at it with your.
I don't want to break it. I mean, I know that one staff was just basic wood, obviously.
Yeah, it was trash.
Yeah, but I really like my sword.
I'm gonna like stare at the face and kind of just do this like half circle around it, and I'm gonna send a sending and say I'm coming for you.
I've seen your face.
Yeah.
I know what you look like.
Got a very specific set of skills.
While they're deciding on if she's going to use her staff to do it, I also want to take up my paints, and I want to give him a unibrow, and then I want to give him not a Sproigin mustache, but like just give him a
Just do it right here.
just
Just right there.
just a teeny tiny mustache,
Okay.
And
We got a Hitler unibrow demon going on.
and I'm gonna
here.
give him not cross eyes, but the opposite. So his eyes are gonna go just color in some
chameleon
pupils.
eyes?
Just wall-eyed. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll draw just like a tongue. Just like.
Okay. So the perfectly black onyx carved throne statue, now tarnished by a spattering of clown-like hues, and the visage of Vesero seemingly distorted by these cartoonic paintings.
And I also like to do the thieves' cant for. I don't know if you would have thieves' cant for that. Something along the lines of idiot.
Okay, sure. There would be
easy mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There'd
easy
be,
mark.
There'd be
That's
something
it. I like that one better.
comparable to that, yes. And as Hara continues to go through the process of adorning this statue in the colors of her people,
Yep.
the rest of you remain gathered around the items you had collected. They are now missing and gone. The statues they originally, or thrones they had sat upon, now destroyed. What would you guys like to be doing here?
I'm just waiting to go back through the portal.
Skadi? Walker, are you guys doing anything?
No, I'm just very, very tense at the whole ordeal.
How is everybody feeling? I don't have much, but
I can help people when we get back. A very long day so far.
Yeah,
I think
it's been
I'm
like
gonna-
an hour, like a solid hour of being awake for you guys.
yeah.
It's been a very interesting morning. I think I'm gonna just kind of like, okay, guys. That there, I wasn't feeling great this morning, so I'm just gonna start walking back towards from whence we came.
Okay.
I just say whence.
All right, hey Skadi,
Yeah.
do you want to use the staff though to see if you can make the pillars come out and destroy this statue?
What do you? Huh?
You have a staff that moves earth into pillars.
I mean, I just move Earth.
I mean, do
Well,
you want to do that?
We want to. Can you destroy this?
What staff are you all talking about?
It's not at the ancients.
Oh,
It's
no. I have that one.
the knot staff. It's like a dark wood, swirls into a knot at the top.
Why do you don't have like pages and stuff?
I don't have a
my
thing for
little
that.
stack over here.
Did we get a card for that?
Nope.
We don't have a card for that.
That's why. I
Oh,
don't
it was
have
the
a thing.
bones of the earth?
Yep.
Oh, I'll do the bones here.
Okay.
Kind of just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that, and just like whatever.
Okay. So,
That's the somatic.
that's the verbal and somatic component?
Yep. The whoop.
I'm a yeet the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more of a yoke, really, I feel like.
You mean yoink?
She don't
I think
yoke.
yote
the earth.
is the past tense.
It is.
I think you yeet and then you yoted.
No, it's yoink.
You yeet and then you yoink.
Yeah.
And then you
Yes,
dig.
the yeet
you
and
doff
yoink.
yote.
Put that in the chat. Is yote the past tense of yeet?
It is.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can see what chat says.
Why is anyone here? This is ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, demonetized.
It's demonetized.
Yep, instantly.
All right, so as you see Skadi's form jam the staff into the ground, immediately begin to cause ripples and vibrations to begin emanating through towards the throne. You see the earth directly around it begin to shake and twist. And in a flash, in an instant, you see a massive stone column jut out at an angle and completely decimate and take the top of the throne off. Another stone pillar from just behind comes through, smashing into the first one. The entire top head of the statue pinched between the two, and the black onyx continues to crumble down. A third one completely blows the base out. And now this sort of angular torso-like structure of the black that remains as a fourth pillar juts out between the roughly triangular shape between all of the columns now explodes what remains of the statue in this sort of black spray of dust and ash that you hear sort of crumble to the ground with the rolling tick of stonework falling away.
Prestidigitation fireworks.
That's what happens when you fuck with the
Okay.
I already turned around and started.
Alright.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Let's go back. We don't
You
need
still
anything.
neakened up?
No.
Okay.
I would have shrunk when he went into the water. Or the lava.
Yeah, I'll just dimension door across. Does anybody want to? Do you want to? Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna dimension door. Hey, does that?
Go. Oh, does anybody want to come with? Yeah, I'll take Hara dimension door over back. To where we emerged.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that all of you are able to successfully, eventually, navigate across without too much issue. The pressure being off, the heat now much more manageable for all of you. Not really having acclimated to it, as the heat itself is still extremely oppressive, but having seemingly adjusted to the absolute worst that the heat has to offer. You're able to eventually kind of make your way across, keep the sweat out of your eyes long enough to stay focused on your existing tasks, and then eventually find yourself safely across to the other plateau where you originally entered the room.
Is the portal still up?
There's a black sphere that still seems to be in place. In that sense, it would look consistent to how you came in.
And we'll just go
Let's
through.
do it.
Okay.
So Hara and I'll step through.
So as you all begin to walk through, are you guys hanging back at all?
No, I would have gone.
I think you would have been ahead.
Yeah.
I would have been ahead of them probably.
Well, we dimension doored.
That's true.
It would have been tough to get ahead of them.
Okay, so I'll be right behind them.
Okay. So, and we'll say for the narrative purposes here, Letus will join you all. Eventually making your way across, you find yourself sort of in front of the veil. Hara and Sproigins, having made their way across first, step through, Skadi behind. Are you doing anything specific?
No. Just follow.
Okay. So, as you all push through, you hear what sounds almost like a town. And you look up above, and there's currently sort of a black night sky with a orangish tinge to it. Oh, fuck. Not 100% sure what's happening. The circumstances around you now sort of settling in. You're seeing this kind of reddish oak wood, purplish panels and scale work for some of the roofing. And you're kind of off in this tucked side street. And you're looking out, and just for a brief moment, you now recognize there's kind of almost a main thoroughfare in front of you. And then you hear kind of the rumbling of a... And you see someone sort of carrying this wheelbarrow as they walk by, pushing forward in front of you.
Do the buildings look at all familiar, like the house the Lich threw me at?
I
What?
book it.
The whole area here seems to almost have a red tinge to it. The ground is very soft, and it appears dirty, like almost blackish mud, but pillowy.
Did we go through a portal, or did we go through, like, an archway?
The hallway itself literally just had the same black barrier from before.
I book it to, if you were to place us back where I thought we were all going to come out, where the mansion would be.
Where the mansion would be?
Correct.
Yeah, because I put the mansion in that hallway.
Yep. Oh, I got you. Okay, so as you go in, immediately are shocked by the heat again, and find yourself in the...
Okay.
It's that hot.
I mean, I think you could be immune and still just like...
I mean, I'm not going to make you roll for it. Like, yeah. I mean, you can still be sticky without taking damage. You know what I mean?
It's like walking into a sauna.
Yeah.
It's also like...
It's just like, yeah, walking out of like a gas station into like Arizona weather, or I mean,
Florida.
Minnesota weather.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so I get hit with heat.
Yep.
Do I see the mansion, or do I see where the mansion was?
Well, you step back in, and you're now in the lair where you encountered Veer and Grable.
No, she
No,
ran out like she was going to where the door was.
For the mansion.
So it was
Oh.
like if the town just
Sure.
replaced where we
Gotcha.
mansioned
No,
up.
you do not see it.
I want to peek my head out and see if I see any demons. Because I feel like we might be in Blood Falls.
Agreed.
Make a perception check.
29.
I more than agree with that.
29. You see, as you look down, the individual that was pushing the wheelbarrow kind of appears sort of old and almost hunched to a certain extent. The wheelbarrow is still kind of rickety, and it's then you sort of take a closer look, draw your eyes back across the ground that they had just covered, and you see these deep, angular impressions. And for a brief moment, almost a glint, you see a tail swing out from underneath this kind of sackcloth cloak that the creature is wearing, barbs extending out from the sides of the tail. Not really knowing what to make of that. Not really able to put the moving pieces together. You then see a massive, probably 7 or 8 feet tall at this distance, maybe 150 or so feet down just beyond, able to be picked up almost somewhat readily, though still camouflaged well with the slightly red hue of the surrounding neighborhood. This demon, massive horns pointed forward, almost in a rolling, tusk-like formation.
That's true.
And you see that and the wheelbarrow picks up speed, and you see the demon then, whatever this main thoroughfare is, he walks and skips across to the other side, disappearing in between two structures.
I think
Did
the whole time I would have been doing my hand behind me to like stay back there.
Well, I wouldn't be looking at this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only I.
But you know Abyssal, don't you?
Yeah.
Infernal?
Yeah, no, only Abyssal.
Yeah.
I think we're in Blood Falls. This whole city is.
Would make sense.
We have to get back to the mansion.
I know.
Yeah, can't you just teleport us back there?
She's got
can-
planes.
I can take us back there.
Okay,
All right, lead us.
We gotta go.
Yeah,
We-
we will
Okay.
go.
How can you get us back there?
I can just teleport us back there.
He can teleport, she plane shifts.
Yeah, just
Hands.
lead us,
Oh, yeah.
and then I'll do.
This place
I'm gonna like purposefully squeeze myself in between Hara and Sproigins.
And then focusing on where I teleported myself back from Benamir using the Staff of the Caustic Cloud or whatever, I'll teleport us right outside the Lich's lair.
Okay. And as the runes begin swirling around you, the two of you, just the two of you, here.
What? What is...
And as the runes and the arcane blue surround your form, both of you get a brief glimpse. Everybody looking the general direction, but both of you know for your ability to understand the Abyssal language.
Get intruders!
Wink.
And the yeet. That's really more of a
That's
hurricane
yoink.
yoink.
That's
That would have been a yote.
No, that's a yoink.
Y'all
yoink
yoted
us.
after you yoinked.
I mean, JP, did anybody put any votes in for
do we have a determination of what a
past tense
yoink
of
or a
yeet?
yoted?
Is it a yoink or a yoted?
I
So-
speak Abyssal too.
You do? You have
speaks
too
like-
many languages.
Yeah, he speaks everything.
Just
I
crazy.
speak-
Like,
But
do
what,
you
what
speak
exactly did
the
he say?
yeet?
get
Intruders.
Obex. There are
Pretty sure
intruders.
I'm mastery.
I definitely
Mastery.
winked at him before we
Mastery.
vanished.
So you all do eventually appear right outside the Lich's lair, recognizing the two familiar, almost Bastille-like gaps in the separation for the hallway that leads you in.
Suppose I could have just used one of the new staffs that we found in there and teleported in, but.
We are where we are. Let's go.
Alright, yeah, Skadi tore ass.
Yeah, so moving through, you eventually go deeper into the Lich's lair that you originally moved through.
Yeah, with no concern for the Lich, because he's dead and
She's
gone.
super
and
dead.
You disintegrated her, right?
Yeah,
So she's
that's how
gone
that
for
works.
sure.
Skadi legit would not care.
Dead forever.
But based
Besides
on
not
what just
knowing to
happened,
care.
I'd like to just to make sure that everything looks the same, because that fucked Walker up. We're just like...
All right, make a perception check.
I'd also like to stop by the pinned beholder that's on the wall.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
would like...
You,
Yeah.
hauling ass directly into the Lich's lair, navigating around, twisting through till you get to the main chamber, do find the magnificent mansion seemingly there without issue.
Alright, I go in and then they can do their thing, I guess.
20.
20. It appears the same.
All right, I'll get
No
a bit.
discernible difference.
I'll be a little bit more relaxed then.
Okay.
We forgot to, like, take anything from this guy, right?
I'm not there, I was gonna say something.
I don't think he has any.
What guy? What?
The beholder you pinned to the wall?
What are you gonna take
He's
from
just
him?
an eye.
He's just like a gross, like, meatball with fingers.
I mean...
I'm going to try to
Take an eye?
take stuff from him.
Oh my god.
And I also
I'm going
want to
back
take...
the mansion.
It smells disgusting.
I also
I'm
want
gonna
to
go
take
with Walker.
a piece of as much of his actual like head, body,
His giant eye?
a big chunk of meat
Okay.
that is not coral-like.
Okay. So what specifically are you trying to harvest here?
I won't get all his eyeballs.
Sure.
I won't get some teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a tongue, and then I'm gonna try to grab as much meat.
We'll probably just do that in the mansion. Just drag his ass.
Trying to make hot dogs out here.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Just trying to make some isboloni.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
that
that
is
new
not
spam.
good. But I'm proficient, which makes it a dirty 20. I love reliable talent.
Yeah. Okay, so the beholder itself, the form now decayed over the course of probably almost 30 hours. The beholder already traumatized, pinned to the wall, bludgeoned and destroyed. The tongue, easy enough, as you're able to sort of reach in and kind of gape in there to push your blade in the right angle to cut some of it out. And sort of like this weird sort of leathery bootstrap that's heavy on one end only, you're able to withdraw the tongue, it seems, without issue. As you begin sort of cutting off the stalks, it takes you a few of them to realize that they have to be severed a specific way to maintain any real definitive value other than just being organic beholder matter.
Yeah.
And kind of the like fleshy sock with a tennis ball in it. The eyes are
That you like played 500 with back in the day?
Was
yeah.
it grossing you at all?
Like
at all?
if you wanted to play lawn darts but couldn't play with actual lawn darts, like you'd figure one of these things out. So
It's like the Nerf Whistler.
yeah, it's except for squishier,
Yeah.
even squishier.
It's like
than
a
Nerf.
wet, it's like a waterlogged wet Nerf Whistler.
Exactly, like a stuffed animal full of some kind of yogurt.
Would that be a yeet? Would it be a yeetgurt?
I will
A
eat
yogurt.
vomit all over the place.
You didn't
Let's
roll.
keep going.
All right, so
Yeah, no, you didn't.
it seems as if the process for dissecting such a unique and exotic creature exceeds that of your typical deer or boar. And with no prep or assistance or specific goal in mind, you've kind of just gone to hacking pieces off of this thing.
I mean, it's
That's
dead.
about right.
You do have a great deal of meat available to you. You have a tongue, and you have the eye stalks very easily removed. But now all of it's kind of a bloodied, shingled mess of skin and some of the spikes and natural armor it had as part of its form kind of just dissected and splayed out.
I don't know what it's about, and I want to take a big piece of meat, and I want to go over to where the stone was and the orc guys,
Okay.
and I want to shove that meat right on one of them spikes.
Okay. You push it on. Seems to go on fine.
The other spikes do their ickiness.
You don't appear to.
Okay. Just leave it.
Okay. Just the floating chunk of beholder meat
I was hoping
I think
you
you're
would...
gonna bring it back for Is.
Well, the big gross chunk, I'm sure I screw up a lot and there's like little bits, so I've got some snacks for him.
Beholder snacks.
Yeah.
Back to the mansion.
Okay.
Just wanted to try.
What do you guys want to do?
Alright. Is?
Aha! Hey, you're back. Okay.
I'm back.
Sure. Yeah. So here's what I did. Okay.
Okay.
So you said I had to stay here. I did. But then I did not. So
Yeah, that's...
Jin left.
Where did Jin go?
I don't know. He flies because it's kind of heavy, so I
Because
don't.
he's too strong to be...
Yep, I would need a bigger, strong wings.
Hair back yet?
Nope, I'm messing with
Okay.
the beholder.
Yeah.
So you know, just a pretty much a gone. But
Wait, Is is gone? Or Jin is gone?
well, I'm a is, so
Right, where did you go?
I just around. Did a fallout here, a tiny fallout there.
Is? Tell Mom where you went.
Just around.
Is?
Okay.
Back at you.
Hey.
You growled first.
I'm supposed to growl.
IRL Kira is just like, it's so fucking cute. But Mom Kira is? Where'd you go?
I went outside, okay, and then
Where
I tried to eat some food, and then I did a fallout because I didn't like the food. And then Jenny left while I wasn't trying to eat the food.
What did you try and eat?
Just whatever, really.
Okay. Where did Jin go?
Oh, well, he's up the stairs.
So he's back.
Yeah, he came back.
Okay.
I told
Mom was
you.
trying to figure out how she was going to tell Hara that you let Jin out, but okay.
Okay, I did not let Jin out, okay? He just left, okay?
Okay.
I'm not just a keeper.
I thought that's what we decided you were going to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I did it good, okay? He's
Okay.
basically right here.
Mom's a little mad that you didn't listen.
Oh, I listened.
No, because you left, remember?
Yeah, but I heard you.
Mom's a little mad that you didn't listen when Mom told you not to leave. You decided to not do what Mom said, because what's the first rule of Is?
Don't eat a blue elf.
What's the second rule of Is?
Don't eat a Hara.
No.
Don't eat a...
Listen to Mom.
Yep. Exactly.
Right. So, little mad, but you're here. You're
kind
okay.
of big though, so.
I'm only sort of mad.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Since you're here, have you eaten? Are you?
Uh-huh.
Where's Prick?
He is also somewhere.
Less concerned. Okay.
I think Walker and I would come back at this time.
Is Mom has something she wants to show you?
Okay.
Wait, Walker came in?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both did, you know.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Come outside with Mom.
But I'm not supposed to.
But Mom said you can now. You're coming outside with Mom.
Okay, so we're just gonna go everywhere together now?
No.
Okay, see, it's smart, okay, but you're confused. I think maybe you need to have Sproigins write you a book, and then it will explain how outside is. Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. Let's go outside, bud.
Yeah, sounds good. And Is kind of marches in step, moving forward.
Alright. So, is it like where we were before with like the lava and all of that, or no?
You're in the Lich's lair.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I want to walk towards where, oh, yeah, I want to look and see if there's like, starts getting warm and all of that, or if I start to see a portal.
It never got warm near the portal. It was the same temperature as the Lich's lair inside.
It was just that, like...
There's the dividing.
Oh, they have that
layer.
archway thing.
Or you
You know
cross
what?
through the threshold.
Yeah, you know what? It's Mom will show you a trick later.
Well, didn't we set up the mansion past the bubble where all the pillars
Yeah, it
of
was-
lava was?
yeah.
Right outside of the...
Oh,
when
that's right. It was before you went in the portal.
Yeah, so outside was lava.
I thought the first. I was.
Yeah,
going
no,
back to
yeah,
that
I
part.
was right there with you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you are able to sort of see the lava flows in front of you. I'm sorry for the inconsistency there.
That's okay. All right, stay there for 1 second.
They were in that goddamn mansion, right where I said they were, like, but 1 session ago.
Stay right there. Watch Mom, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna dive in.
To the lava?
Correct.
Okay. This seemingly watches you dive in.
I like to imagine you dive
Swan
and
dove.
just like arms hit.
Yeah.
You get all
Force damage.
Yeah. Broken neck. Reroll.
Mom doesn't get hurt now.
I mean, I don't think that's true.
In the hot.
Oh. Okay.
Remember how when I asked you to jump in and you started to like...
Yeah, yeah.
Mom's gonna help you learn how to not...
Dance?
Yep. But remember you could uncontrollably in the... Come on in, bud.
Okay, but I don't like it going in, okay? So, you know.
You don't want to learn how to be in it?
I mean, it knows how to be right here.
But you don't want to learn how to be in the hot? Remember, you had to be born in hot. Like, this is...
I mean, it's kind of a hot right now, so like it, you know? It's know how to be right here.
You're not wrong, bud.
Oh no. Okay. So, you know, Issa don't know when to dance. But, you know, you could dance.
Okay, you want to help Mom out then?
Okay. But put your hand in me. Begins pulling you up and dragging you out. Not particularly delicately.
No.
We'll say you take a point of piercing damage as he kind of drags you back over the ledge. Okay, so you can do something Is can do now.
Yeah, I thought you'd think that was cool that Mom can do something Is can do.
I mean, yeah, it's not really a special. I can always do that. I mean, can you read a book?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 things. Can you go like this? And he kind of rears back and sticks all his legs out.
I mean, I only have 4 of those, so I can do this.
Okay, well, you just keep it trying. And then one day you will be like it is.
Okay. You know what?
Can you turn into an S?
Yes, probably, but not with polymorph.
No, it's not a beast.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what, bud?
I do.
Okay. Mom has stuff she wants to talk to you about. I thought you would think that was cool, and then we could like talk about that for a little bit, and then we could have another discussion.
Sure, yeah,
But you didn't think that was cool.
I mean, it's very cool. You're just a very cool mom.
Not a regular mom, okay?
No, yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's go up to our room so we can talk, okay?
Yep, okay.
And I'm gonna be very sad, like you know, like when your kid breaks your heart a little bit.
Disappointed mom, but not, yeah.
No, I'm not mad at him at all. Like he didn't do anything. I'm just gonna be like.
I mean, you think.
Try to have a moment.
Is has driven Skadi into wearing baseball hats and talking to managers.
Yeah.
Well,
Just give me the fucking bob cut.
so, all right, I'm tired, everyone. Even though I'm like not really all that tired, but that's what I'm gonna tell people, and then I'm gonna head upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
So Is follows you, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna have. Well, I want to have like a talk with this.
Okay.
Okay.
He's with you.
So, remember this morning before Mom left? What happened?
Yeah, Is said goodbye.
Okay. Before that.
Okay. Is
Remember when we were up here before?
Yeah,
What happened then? Do you remember?
Yeah, so like Blue Elf was like queen.
Yep.
And then Blue Elf was like queen.
Yep.
And then you were 2 of them, so like a double queen.
Okay.
Checks out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Mom can't be a double queen.
Oh, well, why not? I think you could.
Little heart, a little less sad now.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Mom doesn't really believe in double queens.
Oh, okay. Are they magic?
No, they're just.
Just a trick of like a Sproigins.
You know what? Yeah. That works.
Sure, yeah.
So mom's got to figure out what kind of queen mom's gonna be.
Sure.
If mom's gonna be a queen.
I would say strong.
Okay.
Strong like you?
Well, you know, you just keep a try. Oh, yeah, okay.
I want you to help me pick out what kind of queen I'm gonna be.
I would say a tall and a strong, and you know, maybe with a spike. So, what kind of queen is that? Is that like
Awesome queen.
Okay, cool.
So,
So we all good.
nope, not quite yet. I need you to do mom 2 favors.
Okay, 2 spikes.
No, 2. Okay. What I would like for you to do.
He's got an intelligence of 3.
I know he
you gotta
does.
work with me here.
I know he does. What I want you to do. I want Walker.
I mean, sort of, like we don't hang out.
Right. Right. So I want you to go have a conversation with Walker. You can talk about whatever you want.
Okay.
And then I want you to go talk to Letus. You know Letus?
Sure.
And you can talk about whatever you want.
Okay.
Except the secret.
I didn't do a Fallout. Not in the training room.
That's okay if you did.
Okay, it's not a secret.
Remember what Walker said queen?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Letus said queen. But Walker doesn't know that Letus said queen, and Letus doesn't know that Walker said queen.
Okay, so it's like a password.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So don't talk about queen when you talk to them, but you can talk about whatever else you want, okay?
No queens.
Correct.
At all.
Correct.
Okay.
And then after you talk to them, I want you to just come talk to me and tell me how it went.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out some Frost Giant meat and be like, here you go.
I mean, I'm still pretty full, so both of his kind of middle legs tap his stomach. You know, I'll just do a favor for you first, and then maybe I'll come back and eat some more. It's fine.
Come back. Yes. So I have more of this when you get back.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or chicken. It's up to you. You can have whichever one you want.
Yeah, both is fine.
Both we'll do both if you do this favor for mom.
Sure, I'll do both the double queen, and you do both of the is a meat.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
And I'm just gonna go like
So
on the bed.
we'll say seemingly after this takes place,
I know.
you hear Is kind of lumbering down the stairs. Hey,
He is.
what's up?
Not much, you know.
He kind of walks right up to your waist, looking up at you. Hey!
Hey, yes.
So, like, eggs, man.
What the hell is going on? You know what? Take my last little bite of breakfast taco that I left on my plate before we went and fought. I'm gonna go head up to my room.
Okay.
Floppy eggs?
Okay. So, like, what kind of egg are you like?
Like a chicken floppy?
A floppy chicken. Interesting. Interesting.
We were talking about this morning.
Floppy chicken?
Yeah, because I told Ragnon to give you some floppy chicken.
Was literally like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah, uh-huh.
And then we
So,
could just battle.
what about, like, a flower?
What about a flower?
Okay, interesting.
He just got a little notebook.
Okay, so, you know, what is it is?
Is there something up? You never talk to me.
Well, is a strong. Okay, but like, is also. Okay. Interesting. Is it like a good boy, maybe?
Yeah, that's what your mom says all the time. I don't think she's once called you a bad boy.
Well, because it's not, so
Right.
pretty easy.
That's what she says.
Yeah. So this is like a what else though?
Can I run some sort of check because like Is never talks to me.
Okay, go ahead and make a insight check. I'm gonna say at disadvantage.
He's
Because
already
his
really
intelligence
hard to
is
fucking
3?
read.
Yeah, you're putting yourself in the mind state to read a creature of this intelligence.
18.
Okay. You can definitely see that something is up. You can definitely tell he is beating around the bush to a certain extent. What his motives are, he probably doesn't know.
Hey,
His
Is.
intelligence is 4, though.
Oh, okay.
He's
Solid.
so smart.
That changes it now. Advantage, right? Yeah. Your mom said anything to you this morning?
Oh, lots of things, yeah. Like, don't go outside, don't eat a bug, okay? I mean, sure.
She say anything to you about Walker?
Yeah.
Because I talked to your mom this morning.
Sure, yeah,
Is Latest around?
No, he's not at the moment.
Okay. Did she talk to you about what I talked to her about?
Oh, what's the password?
It's a good boy?
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna take that fruit. And he kind of eats off some of the leftover breakfast plate. I think it's done here. And he begins marching back up the stairs. You kind of hear him linger at the top, rustle around and bang into some of the hallways, it sounds like. And then you see him kind of coming back down the stairs. Sorry. And then disappears back around the kitchen. Or the dining area.
Taco bar.
Okay. What is everybody else doing?
I'm laying in bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I laid down to try to knock out a solid 4 hours
Okay.
after almost dying and being submerged.
I'll wait for Hara to get back to make sure Hara's okay.
Okay.
Have I come back?
Yes, we'll say that just at the tail end of the conversation, you see Is coming down, saying he's sorry as he disappears back behind. Not really sure what to make of it, but you enter the mansion, fine, it seems, without issue. Now, kind of draped in some blood and viscera from the beholder attempt.
Alright, the dining room is essentially right there. I'm like, hello.
Hey.
I was trying to get more of that goo from the spikes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be useful, but I almost want to figure out a way to stop making it flow at all.
Well, nothing happened, so.
But, like many things, we just...
No information.
Yeah, it's out of our knowledge base. It seems like people have already started laying down after that fight, so...
Okay.
I'm just grabbing some food and then I'll probably rest up for at least a little bit.
Sounds good.
Can we say I didn't try to go to sleep and I just dropped all the items and I just identify the items before?
Okay. You using rituals or the remaining spell slots?
I'll just. How many items is it? So I have enough spell slots, but.
Okay, you'd be looking at.
So I think it's the staff, the slippers, the boots, the gauntlets, and so it should be 5.
The belt.
And I would have given you
the rope.
the leather.
There's
Pants.
2 boots. Or no, there's boots and slippers.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that I got out of Grayble's
Yeah.
chest, I would have already given you.
So that would be the
His farmer
skeletal
dickies
silk
and-
gloves.
and the gloves.
So and then I've got the robe. So 8.
Dang.
I've got the slots.
Do you have the slots?
I got the slots.
Okay, these are a lot of magic slots.
Turns out I didn't use any low-level slots during the fight.
That checks out. Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
either. I have so many low-level spell slots.
So yeah, I've got the 8 slots.
Me too.
So as you go through the process of identifying the items in front of you, it seems as if the leather strapping greaves that you had picked up, or that Hara had collected from the chest adjacent to Grable's chair.
The hockey pants?
Yes, appear to be non-magical.
All right.
Similarly, you find that the sort of oddly dyed robe is also non-magical.
All right.
It seems as if these were kept for some other reason rather than their arcane power.
Probably their pre...
What would you like to start with?
I would like to start with the things that look like it's going to give me the headache the least. I'll start with the staff
Okay.
that Veer chucked at me.
Please pass that to Sproigins if you would.
Veer's staff. Should I go through these?
Sure.
Okay. Veer's staff. The staff relies on you like a cooing baby. As it clings to you, you find that you too cling to it. While attuned to this staff, the gold value for material components consumed when casting a spell is halved. What's cracking? In addition, you can now cast spells of 3rd level or lower with no material components if you're using a spell focus in place of components that would normally be consumed. That's tight.
Damn.
I like that. That's good. Oh, I'll do the boots second. Not the slippers, but the cool, like
That's what I'm most
Zippy
intrigued
boots?
by. is
like the
boots
cool Doc Martens.
and the pillar. The pillar, obviously.
Like oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Gone forever.
like North Carolina baby blue Doc
The
Martens.
Steve Madden of the arcane world.
Yeah. Boots of arcane grounding. Made from seemingly simple leather, these boots emit a soft glowing blue smoke for a brief moment from any footprints they leave behind. Oh. Anytime you cast a spell other than a healing spell, you may heal yourself for an amount of hit points equal to the level of the spell being cast. Looks like your boy's gonna be toted up. I will do the cool glove with the skeleton fingered spiderwebby stuff. Like a yes, no, maybe. Should I?
Yeah.
Gloves of the Grave Titan. These gray gloves cover very little skin and appear more like a skeletal form embracing the wearer's hand. As your health is depleted, these gloves provide the benefits listed below. 99 through 90% of health, you gain proficiency in strength saving throws if you're not already proficient. 89 to 50%, you gain +1 to your con saving throws. 49 to 20% deal an additional 1d8 force damage on any melee attacks against undead. 19 to 1% add your proficiency to the damage of any melee weapon with a versatile trait. That's safe. That's some walker gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Now we'll do
I
the
forgot
cute
arrows.
slippers.
The cute slippers.
Mm-hmm.
You get a headache.
No. But that's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
It's melee damage. When you do- That's why I pointed to you. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, I don't care.
These aren't as frisbeeable as some
Yeah.
of
The actual cards.
Yeah.
Oh, the cute slippers of the pillar. Pillar of Time. This small golden ring.
Oh, did I hit? What does it say at the top?
Pillar of Time wearing.
Oh, it might have been back before the Rebirth got rebranded. So.
Oh, so
Sorry.
these small cute slippers
Yes.
have an inscription that moves slowly around the soles of the slippers. Add +5 to your movement speed. You may use disengage as a bonus action. And once per day, you may slow time as a reaction and cause an opponent to miss a melee attack. Those are tight. Oh, Sproigins might be out here wearing some...
Just fashion show?
Yeah, just some slip-on, like, see-through Crocs. I do magic, bitch! Look at my Crocs! Gauntlets.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, we're going through all the magics.
Very tough fights. Grable's Gauntlets. Grable's Gauntlets start with 3 charges. As an action on your turn, you may expend a charge to target an ally you can see within 30 feet and subject yourself to 4d8 force damage. So long as you remain conscious after this damage, the target ally regains 3d12 hit points and gains resistance to force damage until the beginning of your next turn. The Gauntlets recover 1d4 minus 1 charges anytime you complete a long rest. Those are bomb. All these things are bomb. Now I would like to do Wonder Woman's
Rope.
Yeah.
The nearly destroyed lasso of truth.
Yeah. Grappler's cord. Made to sit across the collarbone, this cord winds on itself with beautiful red fabric laced with several extremely thin golden threads. Anytime you would have to make an acrobatics check or athletics check as part of a contested grapple, you do so at advantage. There's a lot of things.
So it's a necklace, not a belt.
Nope. It's a body.
Oh, okay.
It's like a sash, like a cool sash. Is there anything else? There's only 6. So there's and then the 2
Were revealed to be not magical.
All right. Cool beans, cool beans.
So you guys can go through the process of divvying all that up. I'm sure there'll be some conversation to be had at the debrief portion of that. So for the time being, we'll say that you know what they are, and we'll get to that in a brief moment here.
Yeah.
Is anybody doing anything else?
I'll just wait for her to come in and let her know that I'm going to just go to sleep.
I stop at Skadi's room first.
Okay.
I'm knocking on the door. Oh.
She's in pain again. She's fallen.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just been every time someone's come up, something weird has happened. Except when you came up earlier.
Uh-huh. I was gonna talk to you about, ask
So something weird. Okay, I'm ready.
I don't know
I
if
do.
you like it, but here's some beholder meat for Is.
Oh, you know,
It's just like a couple of snacks. It's not like enough for a filling.
you know what, you can keep it and give it to him and Jen?
Can you put it in your bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over. Yeah, it'll stay good in there, right? Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, Is is off, I think he's in the training room or something. I don't know where he went, but, you know, he didn't have such a weird morning, so he's fine.
Cool. Well, how are you feeling?
You know, okay. Probably better when Is gets back, but, like, I feel okay.
Sure.
But, you know, he's here. Oh, I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
Jin apparently left the mansion for a little bit.
I think that would have killed him, though.
Nope, he's back. Is said he's back, at least.
Did he still leave the mansion when it's out and it's hot?
You can find out whenever you want to.
I will check on him in a second then, because he told me he would die if he went out there.
I would maybe go check on Jin then.
Please get out of my fucking room.
Jin!
I just wanted
If it was Is, I would be freaking out.
Okay, I feel really awkward about this. I was going to ask you about, like, I've never dated anybody. I don't have any girlfriends to, like, talk about, and it's...
One second. Hi, bud.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Harry and I are talking about stuff.
Oh, me too.
Did you talk to everyone?
Well, no.
Not Sproigins?
No.
Did you talk to everyone else?
No.
Do you have someone else to go talk to?
I mean, sure.
Like,
Why are you...
Okay.
Who did you meet?
Okay, so Hara.
no!
This.
Go ahead.
So what about an egg?
What kind of egg?
Okay. Okay, so what about a flower?
Well, it depends on the kind of flower.
Okay.
What are you going to do with it?
Okay. Okay, so a foot,
A foot?
a leg,
Yep.
an arm. Tell me what you see.
A foot, a leg, an arm.
It's a riddle.
It's a riddle.
Not a widow.
A widow. Okay. A foot, a leg, and an arm.
It's like when somebody tell a joke but they die in the middle of it. That's not the joke.
It was just a... Okay. A foot, a leg, and an arm.
Yeah, so what do you see, okay?
I mean, like, I see a foot, a leg, and an arm, like, attached all weird and doing this.
Okay, so we were looking for an egg.
Okay.
Because it's just coming out of the egg. Oh my gosh, it's coming out now. I would not say Hara.
Okay.
Okay, but now it's done, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want me to talk to Sproigins about an egg.
I do.
Okay.
I do want you, because Hara and I need to talk.
Okay, well, I've already pretty much got everything that's there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and step on that.
Okay.
The way, so
But then
Alright, you guys can do your piece.
I asked him, "What's up?"
That was the weirdest conversation I've ever had. And I've talked to him before.
He's getting older and he's trying to like flex his smarts.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
With an arm and the leg flex.
Do I
And you can
believe
flex
her?
your foot.
You can go ahead and roll an insight check, roll a deception check.
$11.
He's just so weird.
Just mom stuff, you don't understand it.
I got an 8. Every time I insight you, I get like a 4 or 3. I'm not proficient!
That's a secret, is you just don't insight any of us, because we're all fucking weird.
Yeah, it's...
You never
checks
can
out.
tell.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
So what did you want to talk about? Because Is wants to talk about legs.
I was... Do you have any relationship advice? Like Sproigins. That's
Yep,
been
Sproigins.
a few hours, and he told, and then I kissed him at the breakfast table.
Yep, saw that. That was cute.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd done something like that. And
Sproigins was your first kiss? Okay. No, okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're
There's
doing
death
great.
on fighting all of the time.
You're doing great is what you're doing.
So do you have any what? How do you?
How do I what?
I don't know. Decide what to do with whatever, and like.
How do you make those tough decisions?
Yeah,
all the time.
How do you make like? How do you know what direction that you should be going with
a guy?
somebody?
That's
Who just
Perfect question.
just like confesses them, and like.
yeah. Well,
So as you guys are sitting there continuing to talk, Is finally comes back.
Engine.
Okay, so I have it figured out.
can you do me a favor?
Well, I mean, I just finished a favor, but
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out.
if you need me to do another favor, I guess I could.
I'm gonna pull out
probably-
3 pounds of frost giant meat.
Okay. I mean, Is will eat it for you if you.
But you have. Can you eat this in the training room?
I mean, I can eat it everywhere, but you probably don't want to eat in the training room, not anymore.
If you eat this in the training room and then just happen to fall out in the training room,
Just
Mom won't
sandcastles in
tell
there.
anyone.
I mean, it will not be accident. I will go down there and do it. There will be sand, and I will then do it. Okay. You wanted me to fall out?
Hara and Mom need to talk. Remember how I wasn't there when you talked to Sproigins?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk much.
That's fine. But so Hara needs to talk to me, and I need to talk to Hara without you here.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
I have a tougher decision to make, so. He kind of wanders his way out.
I asked him if he preferred the giant meat or the chicken. So he's going to eat the 3 pounds of giant meat, and then Regnon's going to bring him some chicken, and we're going to find out what his favorite meat is.
Okay.
Checks out. Yeah. That checks out.
Yeah.
That
Sounds
makes
about
sense.
right.
So, okay.
Seems totally
That
reasonable.
was a tough decision.
So I just, it's all very new for me.
Yep.
And I was wondering if you had any
Like,
advice
guys-
for how you like
Asking
riddle
you,
things through and.
telling you stuff is weird for you? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know how to relationship.
Okay. So it's pretty pretty simple. You just
Okay.
do what feels right.
Okay.
So like you're like, oh, I feel awkward, right? Like that's
Constantly.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. With Sproigins.
I mean, like more so, but yeah.
Okay. Right. So just like what makes you feel not as awkward? And do that.
Just always has a dude to kill.
The only time I don't feel awkward is when I am fighting things and.
Don't fight
Killing
Sproigins.
them.
You like Sproigins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes your decision easier.
Yeah.
So
Well-
don't fight him.
Well, I mean, we might have to get in arguments every now and again.
Yeah, but don't stab him. You like to stab.
Take him to the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
So I would probably just, like, talk to Sproigins about stuff. Like, you know how you don't really talk much about, like, what happened between you leaving here and then when we all met up? Leaving in the Hells, I mean?
What?
Like, when you ran away from the Hells.
Oh, when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you met us, you don't really talk about that much?
Yeah.
I would talk about that with Sproigins.
Background story. Talking about my
Provide
childhood.
exposition.
Yeah. Yeah. Give a little
Character
insight on the
development.
beforehand.
Right, and then see if, like, you guys have anything that, like, is in common. Or, like, if you have something that happened that was, like, really traumatic, maybe Sproigins could help you through that. Or, like, maybe
That seems too deep.
if, like...
We'll just bond over depressing drama.
Or maybe if, like, you know,
I could
like,
ask him questions about his too.
Yeah, I would do
'Cause
both
he's
of
never
those.
talked about his college very much.
He
other
really
than it was
doesn't
a
talk
thing.
about college. He doesn't talk about a few things.
I mean, we don't really have time for most conversation.
No.
Conversation.
We definitely don't have time for conversations. Okay, so... Yeah, that's what I would do. I would talk to Sproigins about stuff that, like, you guys happened before.
That is very good advice. You know a lot
Just
about this
nailed it.
relationship stuff, and I really appreciate that.
Yep, because I've been in them before.
Wow.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you. And I'm gonna.
I'm
I don't know how
here
to-
if you need to talk later.
Do you need to talk about anything?
Nope.
Well, I'm here if you need to talk to.
Got it. Okay, good night.
Good night at 11 o'clock.
Super awkward.
Oh, it's 10:30 already? It's a.m.
Didn't hear
It's
those.
just a long day. Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna think about what we just talked about.
I'll go find Jin.
Okay.
Jin, you alive?
So you're kind of
Comprehend
navigating
languages.
through. You eventually find him just sort of sitting in his newly constructed cage, sort of domicile in your room, sitting on one of the perch bars that runs across the length of it, seemingly relaxing. Slight lean on the edge of the wooden portion of the structure.
Hey, buddy. Did you have a good nap?
Did.
Would you like some of this meat? Just a tiny bit of beholder meat. If you don't like it, I
He
can
kinda
just get
like-
rid of it.
Pokes himself up a little bit and walks across the bar toward it. I'd like to ask you a question for the sake of clarification. Did you wake me from a nap to offer me food?
No, I originally woke you from the nap to ensure that you were all right because Skadi said that you had left the mansion. And before you had told me that that might hurt you.
I'm an independent dragon.
I know, I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
It is the year 298 of me.
That is true.
The whole year. Me.
I know.
And
Which
it
is
is
why
hot out. I elected not to stay outside.
Okay. I just was worried. Do you want any of this meat?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll just put it so that he can have some.
That is disgusting.
Okay, I will remove it. Ragnons, can you bring me some ham?
He begins kind of now fluttering towards the door, disappearing into the hallway.
Jin?
I will collect some good food.
I wanted to ask you something.
Actually, go ahead and make an animal handling check here.
All the way at the top. A 15.
Okay. So, almost climbing across the wall, floating backward, jumping in front, resting himself on the cage, now curled into the butterfly wing cocoon in front of you. Well then?
What do you want to do with your life? Because I don't want to keep making you stay with us if you don't want to.
I was going to start by eating ham.
Mm-hmm. But you were trying to... You left. Were you trying to go somewhere? Did you... I've never asked you what you want. And this is what I'm doing now. And how can I assist you in that? He's a cat. I know he's a cat.
It is complicated.
Okay.
I am sheltered, and it would seem safe here. But I have a compulsion within me. Something inside calls to me.
Okay.
I have yet to understand the nature of it.
Do you know what it's calling you to do? Just go somewhere?
Perhaps. I do not yet know. I will think on this.
Okay.
Over ham.
That sounds amazing.
That was my thought as well.
Just let me know if you ever...
He almost, like,
Need me
normally
to
he's a
help
little
you.
sassy, but he almost seems kind of recoiled into himself. Almost the mechanism of asking him questions for which he doesn't have ready answers makes him a little more uncomfortable than normal. But he does then kind of flitter up, disappear out the doorway once more,
Thank you for talking to me.
seemingly
once.
heading downstairs.
Cool.
Is anybody doing anything else?
I'll poke my head out to if you walk by.
Yeah.
We got a lot of really cool stuff.
Cool. Get out of the way.
I was just gonna let you know that I was just gonna go to sleep
Oh, okay.
because I was in the lava today, and then also had another sense of being okay with like just dying, but also not wanting to, like not being okay with the inevitability of death, but wanting to fight against it to come back for you.
I gave you a hug. And 15 health points.
Okay.
I've decided we should change the name of the show. It should be Holding Awkward Conversations.
Yeah.
I am glad you didn't die.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ever want to go into the lava ever again.
I don't think most people do.
Yeah.
Other
The
than
weird
apparently-
sensation of...
Because it's not like water, but it's like...
Yeah, so there was someone that had a water bed. Have you ever laid on a water bed before?
Mostly
Weirdest thing
just
ever.
ground.
So one of the rich kids at school had a water bed.
Okay.
He had a water bed kind of
What does it even
Carted
mean?
in.
Like they're laying.
It's the weirdest thing ever. It's supposed to be good for your back, but I don't know. So it kind of felt like laying on the waterbed, but then sinking into the waterbed and then feeling like your body was fully on fire.
Yeah.
So it was weird, but then it was the worst sensation of my life. It was a feeling on the outside how I felt on the inside when I had the baby in me, the slab baby, and I was drinking all the fire and then being drowned and coming back to life. But it felt like that on the outside, and I couldn't do anything about it until you saved me.
Sorry it took so long.
That's okay.
It's a large room.
No, now I'll give you a hug now.
Okay. Cool. I think while you sleep, I'm gonna go read. I want to try to see if there's anything in the book about Turok. Since his bones are this armor something. Are all of the pillars but this one and time awakened?
Yeah.
I want to see if I can look into what exactly that thing that you saw meant. So I think I'm going to read some of that and then go to sleep.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
Thanks for saving me from death.
Thanks for not dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah. It's still the morning. I don't know how to do this whole thing.
I don't either. It's
So maybe we just be regular towards each other and not feel like everything has to be kind of weird now.
I will try.
So will I. I don't think it'll work, but just whatever.
Okay. Good night.
See ya.
I'll go to my room.
Just so bad.
I know.
Just close the door. Oh, fuck.
Why am I so awkward?
Just the same reaction that Skadi had.
Do you go for like the jammed handshake hug mix kind of thing too?
No, it would have just been the like, I don't know if like what side we would
How do we
like. We'll figure
It's supposed to be like a tap tap, or is it just like a squeeze, or like high five? Or...
You just meet it here and then bring it in and then double tap on the way out.
My man, give you a little clap and snap.
All right.
How long does it take for me to read?
Well, that would be at least over the course of an hour or so.
Okay. I'm not sure what happens after that or during that hour, but after I read it, I'd like to go see if Walker is still awake. Well, do I have that letter or does somebody else? Do we decide?
The what?
Yeah. What are you saying here?
The cryptic prophecy of Fezra letter.
Yeah.
I have it.
No, I thought Walker had it.
Sproigins would not have had that.
I thought Walker did. Because it was in his packet in the Glory Fall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I go to Walker's room to see if he's awake.
In your little manila envelope.
Technically, I don't think it's been deciphered yet.
No, but there's things... I thought there was something in it.
Is anybody doing anything else?
I'll just to make sure everything's fine, I'll do the mansion again at 7 to like maintain it.
Okay.
Just,
recasting.
Yeah, just so it's up another.
Sure.
I'm just gonna yell from my room.
Okay.
Does anyone need healing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving my room. Get in here.
Just the throwaway spell sling.
Yeah, it'll come shambling in there.
Is my room close enough?
Yeah, we'll say sure.
I was loud, let's say.
You can all do that.
Did Letus
No,
respond?
to not move. Do I have to move?
Yes, you have to move.
Yeah.
You would have to move, yeah. She still needs to be able to like locate you and attach the arcane
I'm just
essence.
gonna roll hit dice.
Okay.
Did Letus?
Not even worth it.
Did Letus show up?
No, he didn't.
And Walker didn't show up.
No.
Okay.
Maybe they're having their own conversation. All right, I'll let you determine what that is. So, You all get healed up. Go through your general dispersions as you're heading back to tend to reading your book, preparing whatever the next mechanism for your day is, leaning against your bedroom door awkwardly.
It's only 25.
When all of you hear a on the front door of the mansion.
Oh, fuck.
I'm glad I didn't take off my armor.
It does not sound like a knock. The noise itself almost sounded arcane in nature, but it did also seem purposefully directed at the mansion.
All right, motherfucker.
I don't know what that was.
Someone's at the door. Last time someone knocked like that at the door, it was... The only time we've ever had
Papa
people knock at
Pixie?
the door is your sister and Papa Pixie.
I'm not going down there.
I yell for Is. Do I hear anything? And I sent him to the training room, right?
Yep.
Book it to the training room.
Okay. So
I go and get Jen and ask you to Feltor him in while I go to the door.
Okay.
All right,
Wait to go to the door, though.
No, well, I'm at the door. I'm just not going to open it
Okay,
yet. I got
So-
my sword out.
Yeah. Everybody's sort of stationed at the door. You're going downstairs, though?
I want to get Is.
Okay. As you are heading down into the training room, you see Letus kind of running up, already wearing his armor and his... everything's still sort of seemingly assembled for the most part. And he goes running...
Is
What's-
Is down there?
Yeah, he's just eating meat.
Okay.
Like a lot of meat. What's going on?
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
just heard a knock at the door, and I wanted to make sure he was okay.
That's not a knock.
This is not typically good.
I know.
No.
He's. I'm gonna run over to Is. Bud,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you and all of the meat to get in the necklace with Jin. You gotta protect Bug.
You just told me to eat in training room. You said I'm not to go outside and
But
then
did you
follow
hear
me
that?
outside. Okay.
Did you hear the noise?
They can't come in though,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right. I need you to protect Bug in the necklace. This is a new circumstance.
Oh, new circle.
Yep, new circle.
Okay.
Is, get ready to fight.
Okay. We have fight now?
Maybe.
Okay, let's go!
Okay, I'm gonna fall toward the meat.
Oh, shit. This. Okay. Okay. I'll just eat that later. That's fine.
You have to stand by Mom.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. What are we fighting?
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
Wait until Mom's cue.
Do I just pick one?
No.
Is he trying to run away from me?
No.
No,
We're not
I'm not-
fighting. No. Bud, we're gonna open the door and see what's there.
Oh, we'll fight outside.
Maybe.
We might not be fighting at all. If Mom fights, Is fights. But if Mom
Oh,
doesn't fight, we
man.
don't fight.
This is all so confused.
I know.
Okay.
Sproigins, open the door!
Okay, wait until Mom says to fight before you fight.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Open the door.
Okay. So you open the door, and all you see is the cloaked hood, a purplish black, almost kind of like a velveteen satin draped across what appear to be this cape that falls down with a low collar. The hood comes down, revealing, especially in comparison to the surrounding environment, the pale white skin, broken horn. And as the figure turns around, you recognize this to be Dagalon. There isn't much time. We must hurry. Please let me in.
Divine sense.
You would use the shit out of your fucking tiger's eye.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
It might be my papa.
It might be. It
might-
like, also might not be.
My maybe papa.
Holy shit, Deej. We didn't go anywhere again, but also went lots of places.
I think you guys are kind of staged for whatever you're going to be doing next for sure, but, well, not this one. Actually, that's right there. That image, that is our next emote, guaranteed. Guaranteed that is our next emote. Want to throw out a real quick thanks / shoot out to Vampire Joker. Welcome to the Action Junkies.
One single
name?
bleh.
The Grouch Couch.
I also
I
like
like that one.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
Another single.
I'm giving that a double.
Oh, that's fine. I'll do a single. You could do a double.
Also, welcome to the Action Junkies. Thank you so much to Jammy Whammy Games, as always.
Oh,
Jammy.
Showing the love and support.
Yeah.
Sildari doing the dang as per usual. And Bel Chavez 1,000% getting us there. One roll at a time. Thank you for that. And then also, I want to say Ollie Boy.
Oh,
Is that something?
like the skateboard trick, Ollie.
Let's go with that.
I was thinking
Ollie
David
Boy
Ross.
of the 1992 fame, thank you also for your support and for joining us this fine eve. Thank everybody who took the time. If you are hanging and lurking and just taking in the content, we absolutely love that too.
Love
Thank
that.
you guys for
Yeah.
hanging out.
Hanging and banging.
Before you skedaddle,
Right.
that's...
Right?
Skadito?
Hanging and banging.
That's
Skadito?
bedtime.
I think you're going to get us demonetized. That's what this is going to be. But before you all take off to go for greener pastures, one, make sure you throw that clicky click on the follow button. Make sure you throw the follows at the various social medias. Check out the YouTubes. Do all of those things. I'm not going to go through the whole list. Do the typical stuff. Show your support. We love and appreciate that. And you don't have to
Social
go.
memes.
Yeah, you don't exactly. Subscribe if you can. Thank you so much for the cheers. As always, we will be back here 7 p.m. Central Standard Time doing the dang next Friday. So please join us if you can, and if you can't, that's cool. Check out our schedule for our upcoming streams. Namely, tomorrow, 5 p.m., we are going to be getting it back in. So,
Not
please join
D&D
us.
though.
Not D&D, correct.
Gaming. It'll
yeah.
be me.
Possibly.
I'll play a game of some time.
But do join us for that if you can.
I can words.
For some time.
And you needn't even worry about finding the amazing content that Twitch has to offer. We have gone a step above and beyond. We have gone and done that for you. So we are going to rate it forward and continue to spread and share that love. Please make sure you show them the same love and support that you guys have for us. We are going to be jumping into FM3. How you get that specific tag without the variables at play, like,
They're playing
impressive.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
They're
Or
playing
Schizo.
that Borderlands 2, probably getting
Just
ready
two
for
bits.
the old release coming up.
That's
So,
great.
So,
Schizo
thank
just
you.
threw some bits.
oh shit! And to Warp Schizo, the main, one of our like 3 total VIPs in
Yep.
chat, if I am not mistaken.
Bye.
That's a that's one for each
Oh, yeah.
VIP, represented therein by the breh.
Yeah,
So,
obviously.
thank you again to everybody. We love you all so much. Thanks for all the amazing support, love, tickles, however you've touched us.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around for our D&D sessions. We're not like fighting all the time.
Yeah.
We're celebrating our weird, awkward conversations with each other.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Gone through a lot of growth there.
Conversations.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like
But hey, we're glad you're here for it.
Adopting grown adults.
Thank you and welcome
Do
to
that
all the
too.
new Action Junkies tonight. And until we see you next time, party on.
Bye.